your asses to the wall again. And aren't you sick of wasting so much time? Yes, it's true, you're a fool if you think you were born to be waiting while you're hating what you're waiting for. It's time to take a hold of what belongs to me. It's time to walk away with no apologies. Voices in the mirror start quietly. I'm screaming, I get loud.
So hi, welcome back to the Garena Premier League. It is still week 18 because Sunday's match that happened has been delayed to today on Wednesday.
And this is me, Sudo, trying to be Timo. So I decided to choose a less provocative costume because many people just could not believe that my boobs were actually fake. So I decided to become Timo.
He's hiding the truth where, our producer couldn't stand the fact that his boobs were bigger than hers, so it had to be removed, definitely. It had to be cut off of the whole GPL for now.
Yeah, so basically, so Sunday's match did not happen and Sunday's matches are happening now. And today's 31st, in fact it is Halloween, so happy Halloween to all you guys out there. Here we are celebrating halfway across the world from the US. We have a little bit of decoration going on. So I'm kind of cosplaying as Timo. What are you cosplaying as, Teddy?
Some legendary grandmaster which never existed because I'm not bored enough. I can't be a monk, Tibetan monk.
Okay.
So I know a lot of you say the Shan cosplay failed, so I'm just gonna wear this cloth like a bit like a monk.
So it's trick or treating. We have candy for you guys here. This is actually edible, which is quite surprising. Steady should try to eat it after the show. But if you have candy for us, you can eat it. What we want for you is we want your comments and your likes.
I'm not sure whether the video hit 200 likes.
So the video did not hit 200 likes, so apparently I won't be cosplaying again, hence why. I think the video almost hits 70 or 80 around there, but it was simply because nobody who was actually watching the video watched the very end to find out about the 200 likes. So a good attempt, but not even at the halfway mark.
So So for those of you who don't know, today is the day nothing happens. Okay, trying to be game, but they didn't work anyway. So yeah. Anyway, let's
Talking
move
about GPL, for those of you who are first time watching and tuning in, find out what's going on. It is going to be the end of GPL already soon. So, to recap on what GPL all about, GPL stands for Garena Premier League, where we have 6 teams from around Southeast Asia, including Taiwan, and they would have played in total 40 games over the course of 20 weeks.
Yes.
And at the end of all these 40 games, which actually will be next weekend, would be the end of everything. The second and third ranking team will go up against each other for a best of 3, and then the winner of that will go up against the first ranking team in a best of 5 to be crowned GPL champions for season 1. And when we say season 1, obviously it means that there is season 2 coming up, and there will be more than 6 teams involved this time. We can't tell you as to which teams are involved, but I have a few teams that I would like to see. And Teddy, do you have any teams that you would like to see in GPL?
Myself.
Teddy believes he's as big as a team. Let's go.
Yes. One man show. Somehow we're able to play five
players at the same time. Split up your fingers.
Yep.
But let's have a look at the league standings currently. So we are in week 18. This weekend will be week 19, and the following weekend will be 20 to end it all up together. We still have TPA Assassins dominating the top with 35 games played in total and 33 wins out of it, only suffering 2 losses. We have Singapore Sentinels with a very solid 27 wins. We have Saigon Jokers and Kuala Lumpur Hunters, who is now in favor of Saigon Jokers. It's a little bit too late for the Kuala Lumpur Hunters to catch up. So we do know that our third placings are going to be the first, second, and third ranking at the end of things. However, we do see Kuala Lumpur Hunters, Manila Eagles, and Bangkok Titans still there. So now it's basically a competition of what's the best score that they can achieve within this tournament. And today we have 2 games from Manila Eagles. The first one, Manila Eagles against Saigon Jokers. And the second one is the Manila Eagles versus TPA Assassins. But a little more on that later. The main match we're going to be focusing on now is Manila Eagles versus Saigon Jokers. Now, Saigon Jokers won a seat in the Season 2 qualifiers of Southeast Asia. So they are a formidable team out there. We also have seen lots of new additions coming to Manila Eagles with more improvement in the gameplay.
Definitely.
However, what are your predictions? Will they be actually able to beat out Saigon Jokers?
Never. No, I'm just joking. I mean, they just still stand a chance overall, but still we can see that Saigon Jokers is, I would say, they're more witty.
They're more witty when it comes to their gameplay, more creative, more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
They come out with the strategies to cover up their weaknesses, and it's like when they fight against a lane they might know they will lose, they can swap out the lane so that the laning phase they'll win and build the advantage from there and just slowly stomp on the opponents.
Okay.
They do their best in that. So for MLE side, we've seen so far they're more, I would say, reactive to strategies.
Okay.
Currently, yeah. And also the main carry will definitely be the AP mid for MLE, which is Kaigu.
Yes.
So his performance will be the factor on how well MLE will go against Saigon Jokers, in my opinion. And against Nix Water is a very solid AP mid, but he's more unorthodox.
Yeah, he
So
likes the weird champions out there. A little bit different builds, just to throw off the opponents, just to lead something interesting and new out there. So yeah, definitely when you said witty, it definitely comes to, their key players being played out there.
Definitely. So that will be the most interesting part of the game, I believe. Yeah. So
the other thing that we also need to talk about is that for the viewers who are just tuning in for the very first time, Teddy and myself have an ongoing wager. And this wager is called Challenge Accepted. We put our manliness and our words on the line, and we actually have ratios set up before every match is done in a week. And the winner of that ratios actually will the cumulative points you collect in that week will lead to a winner. Now, we normally release punishments out every week. However, recently we did not release last week's punishment, and this week's punishment will not be released. We are accumulating all of it, including the next 2 weeks, so there'll be one grand punishment released at the end of the season. So if you are looking forward towards the video, just hold on for the next couple of weeks. And when it comes out, it's going to be pretty big because we have been accumulating it all before. And just to recap from week 17, Teddy suffered a huge loss with no wins at all. And Teddy is still in the lead now. Teddy has 9 points and I only have 2. So unless Manila Eagles can show off something here and make something happen, it looks like I'll be losing this. after all.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
time to wipe that smile, that smirk off your face. Cha!
So yeah, so this is basically for GPL season 1, and we have interesting coming up for Challenge Saturday in season 2 as well. So do stay tuned and to find out what's exactly going to be happening. And yes, the grand punishment we are still collecting ideas of what this grand punishment should be like.
It's okay.
So if
It will
you
be very
have-
simple.
Yeah.
It'll be barehanded, fight to the death.
That's a little bit too grand, isn't it? Little bit too grand.
Maybe gladiator style, you know, we can create the whole
The Colosseum and
yeah.
everything else. No, but if you have a good idea on what you'd like to see us do or see the loser get punished, leave us a comment because that's the only way you'll find out about it. So unless you tell us individually on what you would like to see us do, that could be interesting. So grand punishment. I'm thinking loser has to
buy buffet at some
no has to
place.
I was about to say go skydiving without shouting. Like you don't have to remain. You have to keep your poker face on all through the descent down.
I think I can. Well, I'm afraid of heights in general.
He's afraid of heights, but he's willing to jump out of an airplane.
Definitely.
Clearly, logic is working here.
Logic is working here. You know, I do take roller coasters once in a while, but you know, when I see those roller coasters, I can't really scream. Like, it's like, I just hold an
Manly.
urge. No, it's not because it's manly, it's just that, you know, if I scream, it feels weird. Even though my body tells me I should scream, but I don't really scream. So, yeah, I don't think I would.
So, challenge for Teddy is to skip the whole entire ride or something. Yeah.
I scream like, it's like, I know it's like, I'm in pain, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah, bungee jumping, that could be fun. I don't know. We could come up with a few things that we need to do. So, but let us know what you think. Nothing is off limits just of yet until we decide that we don't want to risk our lives and die.
It's like his life is on the table, but mine is safely inside myself, so.
That does not mean I will carry Teddy up like the KL Tower or something of that sort. So yeah, we're actually going to be talking about a few different things before we get into game. And one of the first things we want to talk about is the rewards that you can get by leveling up.
Yes.
And yeah, go ahead.
So the unlock achievements, claim rewards, claim your baby rammers, your Tryndamere. Nah, I'm just joking. So we can see that the level 1 novice, level 5 defender, level 20 exalted, and level 30 be legendary. The rugged Garen does show your fight so far. And so we definitely, for all of you who are still leveling up, or if you have new accounts or things like that, for new players, you get free skins, IP, RP, as well as other things. So for level 30 people, a lot of people have been able to get their room pages. And
Yep.
yeah.
I like the extra rune page. I thought it was a good thing. Like, yay, for rune page. I didn't need to use my IP to buy. I didn't need to use any RP. So I thought that was pretty cool out there. So for those of your summoners who are new to the game, and we have seen quite a number of new players coming in as well, this is a really good incentive for them to level up. They get new things coming up and things like that. So I like that. You know, it's definitely something that's quite interesting and what we want to see.
Yes, of course.
Yep.
So moving on from this, we do have the second thing where it is the share and win competition going on
Yep.
on Garena League of Legends Facebook. The Halloween surprise. A lot of you have already won a lot of random skins.
A lot of random skins, a lot of different champions been out there, lots of different IP as well. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see that the recent skins just came out, the harrowing skins,
Yes.
as well as Twisted Tree Line just came out today itself for our server. So it was very nice for the fact that it was exactly on Halloween and it was just in time for us. So I thought that was like really cool to have. I actually did use Zombie Brand before this and I tested him out on Twisted Tree Line. He seems really cool. So you never know. You could stand a chance to win maybe the whole bundle itself from Halloween. So go to our Facebook page, which is Garena League of Legends on Facebook, and like it there. If you see any post, just go and share. You can see other people who are sharing it as well.
Yes.
And you might just stand a chance to walk away with free stuff. I mean, who doesn't like free stuff?
What's the word? I was thinking of like, is it conspiracy Keanu Reeves on 9gag, or is it the or the T-Rex, philosophical T-Rex? You know, they come with the phrase where they say free stuff. What is what? Then you know it's like they say impossible or you know, something.
Velociraptor.
Yeah, okay. That kind of thing. So I don't think those people like free stuff because they think that it's always something tied onto it.
Well, there's nothing tied to it. We simply want to say out there, we want to spread what League of Legends is all about. Now, we did see in Season 2, I mean, from Season 1 to Season 2, the game was growing rapidly. And now, we're coming to the end of Season 2, is the world's most played game. So why not share it with people who don't know better? I mean, share it with your friends. They get to play. You get the rewards. You have more friends to play with. It's a fun game because it's all about game of numbers, and you find out from people that you like to play with. So yeah,
Definitely.
and yeah, he's skeptical third world kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't really play that kid because I'm not.
You're not African.
Yeah, not African. I would say I have to say that.
Yeah, you want to say something else. I have to correct.
And I was like, thinking for the correct word. But then I was like, okay, so African would be the better word to use.
Yeah. So he's not an African kid.
And I'm not naked enough.
That we can easily deal with.
Easily deal with.
So
Yeah, so anyway,
no, there will be no Suna today. The producer, who's a her, decided that I should not be dressing up as Sona because I have bigger boobs than her.
yeah, too overly sexy.
It was overly sexy that my boobs were getting more attention than GPL.
And everyone was just asking me, so how are the boobs made of? What are the boots made of? How does it look so real? And
Well, actually, I can show you guys the boobs. Let's just after producer, could you go grab my boobs?
no, the boobs are too sexy.
Yeah. And I can show you guys before we get to match. So currently everybody's just waiting in the lobby just to find out what's going on, and I can show you guys my boobs. No worries. Just that it won't be actually I won't actually be wearing them. So yeah.
You cut your boobs off just so you can show it to other people, hold it separately.
That's so messed up. That is so messed up.
Stated your own boobs. How to say?
I am. I'm not gonna go with that. No. I'm still not gonna go with that. But I mean, we are gonna have an Ask Me Anything question along the whole time, so you can ask us anything. Yeah, you can just leave it there. That's fine. So basically, this is my boobs. Now, if I turn it around, you see it's actually a balloon which I put makeup on. That's about it.
Made to match his color, so it looks like just like a
Yeah,
puff.
so it looks exactly like my color. So that's about it. So I just put this in a bra, and that's how the boobs are made. There you go. So now you know. And we're going to go right into Champion Select right now to see what's the bands and picks by Malaysia.
Yes, with the
versus
sexy
Side
match.
Jokes. Enough of boobs.
But you brought it up like a boss. Okay, so here we see on the band champions, it's going to be Carter's being picked out first for MLE, and the first pick for SAJ is actually going to be Diana. So you don't want any AP burst assassins, I believe, in your lineup, or they're just afraid of Diana as a champion as a whole. And wow, MLE actually banning out Irelia, which is actually one of Snoy's favorite pick. But at the same time, it is what QTV plays best, I believe. He plays a very aggressive area, gets the early Zeal as well as Berserker Greaves, doesn't go for Ninja Tabi, or what is that called?
Well, everything is OP enough, I really.
Oh, Berserker Greaves, yes.
Everything is OP enough, so yeah. I mean, aside from the things out there, we see Jace being banned out now. Jace is really strong because of his transformation abilities, nearly to range, being able to harass out people. We clearly see that why he's being banned out. He's very, very strong. He did appear many a times onto the World Championship Series, and we have seen many of the top teams actually banning him out now. They don't want to deal with him. It's quite interesting they actually started banning out Maokai, the extra damage reduction, so it looks like they don't want to actually take it. So I don't quite know about that though. Banning out Maokai, Ranga being banned out here. Now, many people are wondering about, is this the pre-nerf or post-nerf Ranga? This is in fact the pre-nerf Ranga. Oh no, this is on our server, so this is post-nerf. I'm not sure why they want to actually remove Ranga though. Oh, he's weak. I tried playing him once. You're so heavily punished though now. Yeah. His team fight presence is there, yeah. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, I'm back. Somehow I muted myself while changing some settings right there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but we do see the Elder picked up. A lot of people have been using Ezreal. I'm just gonna wait till his round of nerfs comes in.
they're in.
It's just the one where the Essence Flux no longer affects
Yes.
enemies.
Yes.
Okay, there we have it. There. We
Not
do
I
see
believe this.
we do see Eve and Shen as well being picked up. So
Okay,
I
let's
quite
see.
like that.
Take a look, check it out. Yeah, see, it's
Yeah,
removed.
allied, yeah.
So it does not remove the attack speed of the opponents anymore. Does not have the debuff right there. But I believe it's a good pick to pick up Ezreal first, because we do see that Archie is well known for his Ezreal, especially
Yes,
in
indeed,
the Leadership Season 2. So instead of letting him to pick it, you take it first. And Ezreal is just one of those stronger AD champions. In terms of, even though he's now not such a strong duelist overall, but still his overall poke, overall utility is still very strong. Yeah, and the overall team fight presence, in terms of if you have another bruiser with you, or jungler that's also reliant on attack damage, your Essence Flux will still be able to do a lot of damage.
This is also the post artwork remake of Twisted Fate and the model remake as well. So you actually get to see the new Twisted Fate actually being used right now.
Oversized Twisted Fate.
The oversized Twisted Fate. To be honest, his global ultimate is weird. Like, it looks like an eye looking down on you, and it's like,
Isn't that what it's
Reaching.
supposed to be? Your destiny is
Really?
looking at you.
it's quite
Yes,
weird, isn't it?
No, not really. And here we see Skarner might be being picked up as well against an Evelyn though. Evelyn, we haven't seen her that much for
True.
GPL specifically, but still one of the
But she still
strong
provides
picks.
lots of interesting plays for many
But
players.
once again, this is also after the nerfs though.
Yeah, this is once again after her nerfs. So this is where the round of nerfs went out to many champions, in fact.
So we'll just have to see how Nyx Water decides to play this out. Whether she is still a broken or so-called OP champion by everyone out there. So here we see Blitzcrank being picked out. Not one of the better choice, I would say, against Ezreal, because Ezreal can easily dodge her overall ability right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a bit.
Let's crack.
And we see it
Wow.
last second
Shen,
now fight.
Malphite being picked up. Now these are the two champions that people have been banning out along the way. Pretty much in almost every rank game, you see that these champions are quite banned out now. Both of them going to Saigon Jokers.
Twitch.
I like our reactions. We were like, could this be happening? That'd be interesting if that happens. We have top lane Singed. Would that be a support Twitch? I don't think so. They will actually go through with it. If they do, it's going to be... Oh, it's definitely going to be
It's
interesting.
gonna be a roaming Twitch, most probably.
It sure looks that way, and to me, if it's a roaming Twitch, it could go well in your favor because it could help shut down Eve's lane, perhaps go help and gank top on Shen and things of that sort. But no, it's going to be
It's
Leon.
just trolling us, trolling the whole world.
If only.
If only.
If only. Well,
So here, see, Leona most probably going to be the one picked up. Overall, one of the stronger tanky support champions, I would say. with
but
the
in fact, it's going to be Janna. We haven't seen Janna in a long while.
They want to play victorious. No, I'm just joking.
The Victoria's skin is not out so a
Definitely.
little bit sad on that one.
So, Janna and Ezreal against... Janna could be a smart pick in terms of if she does get grabbed, she needs to press the ultimate instantly to push everyone away.
Everyone away,
Or
yeah.
if the fight does dive in, she can really use the ulti to disengage on the fight and run away as well. So overall, would be nice, but Singed, a bit weird. I know. I know. That's why I didn't care about what you just said.
I see, okay.
I
A
only-
little inside joke there.
and here we see that you have Singed picked up. So this is...
I like Singed.
Oh, he's going to prove himself against...
I
Shen.
actually love Singe against Eve, simply because he turns on his poison trail, and even though Eve is invisible, she's still taking damage.
Yeah, but the problem is that Eve just kills everything. Almost.
Not instantaneously, not against a Singe. So I quite like that he can just run away, run into things, possibly toss back Graves into the whole fray of things.
Wait, do you think a Shen or a Singe is more tanky?
Depends on what items they actually build. In natural sort of, if they go for their known builds, I would say Singe.
The lies.
In terms of tankiness, I would say so.
But then normally Singe will go for more AP oriented build, so I wouldn't see how that would be tanky.
Okay, what sort
Right.
of build are you talking about?
Like normally you see Singe go for the Hextech Remover and the Arbor of Ages, or maybe a Rylai after that.
Yep. And then the other three items would be 1 boots and 2...
It depends. Okay, some will go pure AP, some will go maybe Omens,
Yeah.
maybe Frozen Heart as well.
Okay. And what
Shen-
about Shen?
Shen you go for Phage, maybe even Trinity Force.
Okay.
Then you have Ionic Spark,
Mhm.
as well as what's the thing called? Sunfire Cape.
Okay, so the Sunfire Capes, they only
items.
actual defense there.
Yeah, but both items also won't add up to the overall magic resist that much.
Yep.
Yeah, but Shen does have this.
They are both very, very tanky champions.
Mhm.
But I think it's like splitting ends of hair, really. If you're going to find out who's more tanky. But I guess this game
Okay.
will let us know. So,
Yes.
what rules do you want to have a check out there?
Definitely the more interesting one, which is Evelyn. After the nerf, we do see something interesting happening already right here.
AP, armor, magic resist, magic pen, AP per level, and move speed. That's interesting. We have two
So
quints.
move speed.
Yeah, we have 2 quints of move speed, and then we have 1 quint of AP. Notice also the what's the red one's called again?
The marks.
The marks. Yeah, the marks
separation of
actually-
ability
yeah.
powers and magic penetration. And here it's
Yeah,
just
it's-
glorious magic resist, flat. AP per level, as well as here we see flat armor. And here for the masteries, it's gonna be 2109. Nothing, nothing different. But
Yeah.
in terms of overall the runes, it's just something very weird. I would have to say overall.
It's a little bit new. I mean, we did talk about Nyx Water being one of those very creative players out there, coming up with new builds, new random things. I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden he throws a warm up, like somehow it would work. Like that's just how he is.
Mhm. Here, let's take a look at Snoy. Singed, I believe, would be the more interesting pick. We don't see Singed that much until World Championship. There was Shy running around the Singed, owning every single one right there.
We
And
have flat armor, flat magic penetration, AP per level, and we have move speed. So
Common
common
Singed.
for Singe. You need to have some tankiness on and some magic resist on the other side, and we have some AP to help him out. Let's see the masteries. 11811, quite common as well. So he wants the additional move speed, he wants the extra magic regeneration, he wants some overall tankiness. Now he has magic resist additional there. So yeah, I mean it's overall not that bad. Not that shocking.
Actually, it is.
Why is that?
Because normally, you would go for 121 and 8 points. Is it 121?
121.8.
Instead of 118.11. He's spreading it out more to mana regen as well as improve recall, so he did took out the 3 extra points to upgrade onto the defense side. So I'm not sure how well this is going to play off in terms of Singe. You really want to be much more tankier.
What's the other interesting thing? He has returned damage to minions.
Yeah, I saw that. So he wants just like maybe just a farming spree. So I'm wondering why he doesn't want to take even more reduced damage, maybe by getting Honor Guard, or even maybe just getting 2 points enlightenment, or just maxing out the resistance, 1 point in armor, and then getting the Juggernaut, which does increase his overall maximum health and
Well, I guess just want to run in the middle of people, fling them back, and even though there's minions there that's attacking him, he's going to receive some.
He's just gonna walk through the tower, farm in between the tower. Maybe just level 7.
God only knows what's going through his mind. But let's see if it actually works out for him, though. I don't believe that it's going to fail absolutely miserably, but
No, definitely not. I mean, these players have their own mindset on why they think what is needed and why it has to be played differently or something else.
Okay,
I see
Dana.
that, please. Yes.
yeah.
You are a bad person.
I'm. I kind of was expecting
It's
that.
officially not released yet, so
It is
you
officially not
guys
released,
will get
but
it,
for your special viewing pleasure, this will be a Victorious Jana skin being used.
as well as the Underworld Twisted Fate. For
that
those
was
of you
released.
guys who have not seen it,
Yep.
for all the Halloween skins and things
The
like that.
Halloween skins that were released. We do have
Yes, preview.
there. And we now have Victorious Jana. So you guys get to see how she actually looks like in game, and this will be your first insight live actually. I mean, there is some videos you can see her from the public beta realm and things like that.
Definitely. But here, let's.
That was a very
That was a very quick pause right there. There's a bit of setting changes,
Yeah.
so don't worry about it. We're going back in very soon. So even right now, you asked me earlier in terms of the odds, who will have a better chance of winning. I say Saigon Jokers.
Yeah.
It's also because it's a team I'm wagering on. Partially, it's because of that as well. But now
and the
with
Eagles.
but now with the overall champions,
Yeah.
it's very hard to say. I would have to say.
I mean, it's pretty cut down the middle now. We have a little bit more standard on the side of Manila Eagles. Now we have the general people there, but we do have 2 very heavily banned champions on the side of Saigon Jokers, Malphite and Shen.
Mhm.
One very strong global presence and one very
3, not just 2. You
You
could add
think so?
Evelyn, yeah, Evelyn, but problem is that we haven't seen her being played after post
after
nerf
post nerf.
so
So
much, so we're not sure about that. But previously she was, So Nick's Water is just going to prove us right or wrong in terms of that, I was supposed to say. And as well as you see, overall mobility-wise, it's still in the favor of SAJ with Shen and Evelyn. Evelyn's just going to travel to wherever she pleases, I guess kill someone. And with Shen following up, it's very easy to destroy a lane. But at the same time, if Shen leaves the lane, then Singe will have the freedom of pushing.
Yep.
And this is how the game will play out. Whether how well Singe can perform in the speed pushing, as well as how well Shen uses ultimate overall to help his team.
That's for sure.
Yes.
But we'll go into game right now, and you guys can possibly hear there's lots of things going on. They just want to cover every single area and location.
But now I'm going to lock in onto Kaigu because he is the Twisted Fate. Look at that armor bouncing, the hat.
And the invisible.
Is he going to dance for me? No, he's just going to stand there like a boss. Okay, he sees the Blitzcrank. So here we do see everyone's getting into the mid. Basically just showing face by a bit. And here we see Scarlet running away. He did get hit a few times, forced to move back. And here we see a wall being planted by Juni.
He was hit by what blade? Purple blade, yeah. For some reason I hit Keyblade. I'm like, why am I saying
Key Strike is the passive.
Yep.
So here we see Jana holding 2 areas already, being very defensive of their own blue, making sure that the blue
just show people the Jana skin
to the own hands. And here we see Jana teleporting back. Yo, Jana, stay! And here back into the base, we shall stalk her very closely. The floating hair, the floating robes, and that weapon. Which looks like a Dominion's Crystal Scar crystal right there.
Dominion Crystal Scar Crystal. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, wow, thank you so much. And here we see Junie and Archie actually gonna wait here until someone actually comes in.
Or they could just pull out the red golem if they wanted.
Yeah, but
red lizard, why am I saying red golem?
I think they will try to go for the kill onto Skarner actually, that'd be more probable. And
It's quite interesting though that they think that Skarner will actually start there.
No, they don't think Skarner will start there, but they're just gonna guard to make sure that, okay, they're just gonna do the raid. Never mind, you're right.
It just doesn't make sense for them to wait since Skarner is very blue reliant.
Yeah, no, but overall in terms of like maybe the someone teammate would come to double check it because they didn't see the ball being planted.
If that did happen, then it would have worked in their favor. They would have gotten 1 kill as well. But it's nice Junie just going down to slightly below half and giving Archie the whole entire blue buff. I like how Nick's Water came in to assist on a little bit of additional damage, and either this is intuition or just Skarner is just. I decided, you know what, let's counter jungle, which is exactly what he should be doing.
Yes.
So Malphite is coming. Oh, could we see first blood right here? He should be able to see Malphite walking in right now. And Malphite is at full life. Skarner is not at full life. Forced to use the exoskeleton to go out of it.
And helping Malphite do the blue the red buff there. The red is faster. Yeah, definitely not.
And the worst part about this is he's going to go back to his red and realize that, hey, you know what, my red isn't there.
I believe he wanted to counter jungle because he saw that SAG did plant a ward, so that they would know that if Sarana was there. So instead he decided to go and counter jungle, but it was not in the favor because the raid was already gone. They already took it right there. Yeah, they don't stay long enough. Like you see right now, wow, look at those cards.
The cards are massive now.
Cool and massive. Oh, sorry. Going back, like we saw last week's obviously again going on to top. Snowy being pushed out.
Like the poison. I like the poison trail.
Being a boss right there.
Oh, nice throw.
Nice there. Nice throw right there.
Come on, Manila Eagles. Show us what you can do. I actually like that a lot. If he had baited Malphite just out a little bit more and gotten a second turret hit, he could have possibly gone in for a kill.
He could, but he would not have enough health. He might become a trade because Shen is nearby and he doesn't have Ignite. He has Ghost and Teleport.
Yep.
Ready right there. And also coming back to my point once again, wow, so far away. All the things happening when I try to explain something all the time. So here we see that the warding in the terms of Marine Eagles was a bit too defensive, defending onto one buff only. Didn't defend both sides. But we've seen against the TPA play or World Championship games, both teams are very concerned, warding everywhere. Either they ward their own buff and the opponent's buff, or both of their buffs. Is choosing, they have to choose, decide. And the places that is not warded, they have someone to stand guard to make sure that
to make sure that everything is measured everywhere. They don't want to take a chance.
Yeah, because they know the early game for the jungle to get a level, it relies on those two buffs. It gives them the instant level 4, and after that, because they have to give the blue up to the mid lane, they will not be able to get it anytime soon. They'll be leveling up very, very slowly after that. So yeah, so that's why securing the early buffs is of utmost importance, as well as apply pressure onto Skarner, which is level 6 reliant.
Yeah, definitely
So
there.
do a very efficient and strong gang.
I mean, I did create the latest article about counter jungling, and this is all what is it about. If you counter jungle well, oh, wow,
Pull, instant flash right there by
nice
Vanguard.
tornado. Preventing that from away, but VYY could possibly get grabbed again.
No, the grab is not, should still be on cooldown. It's about
Just a little
18
bit more.
seconds, 6 seconds, right there. And here we see how will VY respond to this. But here we do see Skarner preparing to gang top as Shen is being a bit aggressive. So they're gonna wait for each other movement. Here goes the fling right there. The slow gonna proc most probably no, but Shen gonna
Secondary.
run down.
Nice.
The slow does proc, but QTV is just gonna run away. Most probably gonna not gonna taunt. No, he's gonna use taunt. She's gonna walk away like a boss.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't want to taunt backwards into things because then Singe could just turn on his ghost and start running into him. So that's definitely what he doesn't want. But oh, look what we have here. Oh, missing the taunts right there.
Using up the flash, but here we see Snow answers with the ghost.
Oh,
But
nice
not
waffle blade right there. Very nicely timed, in fact.
shouldn't say nice, cause
I mean-
he's dying.
I mean, I am supporting Manila Eagles, but I mean, I need to give credit where credit is due.
Definitely. Just a joke right there. So here we do see Shen, in fact, actually meeting the top lane after Malphite's help with the early gang right there. He has 35 CS and Singe only at 20 CS, forcing Singe to actually buy a GP5 first instead of going for any core items. I'm gonna start a few GP5s.
Oh, look, in fact, using the harrowing wards.
Oh, let's just go and highlight that for a bit. And here we see the wood Maokai. Right, that's why they banned Maokai. Because only one tree can live, or only a few small trees will survive, which is the wards.
It's the wards. And we do see it next to the normal ward, right next to each other.
Right there, see?
Yeah.
So weak. What can you see? Look at mine.
Look at the middle though, we do see Skarner trying to make some play onto Eve. Nothing's gonna happen right now. No.
If you're not
The
ranged
grab
champion-
happens at the bottom though.
Oh.
And we do see
the
that.
actions moving on. You see Shen.
Oh, Shen,
wow.
ultimate's
Shen
coming
ultimate
off.
quickly.
Look at Archie. Archie's going so low. The cleanse does
The
come out.
from the base. The pick. Yes,
Oh,
they're gonna pick
nice.
up 2 kills actually. Oh,
All the
Sarge
flashes.
definitely gonna fall off here with the Skarner coming in, but Ezreal goes down as well. It's gonna be a 3-for-2 trade, but here we see Evelyn coming in a bit
With a
too
very
late.
late ulti.
No, she didn't use the ulti.
She
Oh, she
did.
did. Wow. Okay.
She in fact did use her ulti. I like how people start asking, wanna play?
They really?
Yeah, that was on your
Wow. I'm working. Okay, let me. I think I should
Turn
off
off the chat.
turn off my chat. Is it? I think it's interface visibility.
Yes, the chat.
Chat.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. So you guys can't see my personal hidden messages. Anyway, moving on.
I mean, the whole trade that went off at the bottom, it was a lot of summoner spells were blown to make sure that happened, but in the end it went relatively fine. It's now back 3-3, exactly 10k right down the middle. It's still anybody's game. I like the Jara skin. I still want to use the Jara skin.
While that was happening,
Mhm.
Siege somehow used his teleport and he was really back in the base. He wasn't at the top lane when Shen teleported down, so he got pushed away.
Why is there more wards? Oh, because
he
the
didn't
first
enter the
ward-
brush. The
yeah.
first one entered the brush was a missed warding right there. So he had to plant another one. So 2, 3, a couple at the bottom right there.
Maokai has a friend.
Yes, Mal. 3 Kai. Let's call it 3 Kai.
Let's call it Ward Kai.
What Kai?
Ward Kai.
And here we see Snoik taking a lot of hit damage definitely from Shen. It's going to be very hard to out damage him currently, I would have to
Yeah.
say.
It's simply because he can just, get so much of life back by throwing out his Waffle Blades.
And he also have his now Magic Mantle, both
Yeah.
of it up right there. And Siege is just having a GP5. It's going to
He
be very
has
hard for him to do
Ooh,
anything.
now Magic Mantles, which is irritating to deal with.
It's very hard to deal with. Like, this is one of the strategies that a lot of players do right now when they play against an AP champion at top as a
Oh,
bruiser.
the cost does come out though.
Yeah, you just buy 2 now Magic Mantles. And here is pop his ultimate and just trying to farm and push the lane, push it as much as he can, as that is what he should be doing as a Singe. But here it's not so much.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
It's not easy to do that. Could you also do the champion swaps?
Oh yeah. I apologize. Too much interesting things going on.
So yeah, we are just doing the champion swaps all around to the champions. So we have the top, we have the jungle, we have the mid, then we have the supports as well as the AD carries. Now, what's actually going to be interesting in order for Manila Eagles to win this is they need to shut Eve now. Wherever Eve roams, nobody must die. And if that happens, so much the game will go much into their favor because they don't really have an AP carry then. Rather, Saigon Jokos do not really have an AP carry. You just need to deal with Shen and Maokai, who are like huge bruisers.
It's not Maokai.
I'm sorry, Malphite. But on the other hand, if Saigon Jokers wants to win, they actually need to shut Skarner down.
Not really. Not
Yeah.
really, I would have to say. I mean, they already did it in the early stage, which is already enough. But now it's in terms of the team fights. How well are they going to avoid getting pulled? Because right now, this patch has sort of fixed the bug where everyone's complaining about. Where if you flash, but Skarner is his animation, you'll be pulled back, and it has been fixed. So if you do flash away, and then the last second this time against Garena, it will work.
It will actually work now.
The animation will cancel, but the ultimate will just still be up, won't be used at all.
But looks like everybody's coming down for a 4-man gang. We do see Evelyn as well as Malphite walking down. But Skarner is within tower range, so Janna, the whole gang might not actually work out all that well.
So it would definitely work out.
Oh, Shen's ulti is a 5-man gang. Oh,
Skarner
look at that.
pulls and here's the Malphite ulti right there, and everything just goes off. Bug shot, collateral damage, and here we see even running away, most probably will fall off. Yes, the cars does take it off, but here they're going to take off Skarner, and here chasing up to Kaigu. And there's nothing much he can do right there. It's a like 4-for-1 trade, and they're going to take the blue buff away from him. And here we see the yellow card being tossed out, look so fancy right now. The pick card is here. There it goes. Archie getting the blue buff. But Singe right now,
Singe actually to bring on the top tower though.
let's go take a look. I don't think so. The top was quite very healthy.
It's about half now.
He might make it because he does have the
Siege minion.
siege minion right there helping him out.
But they are responding by taking Dragon though. So,
yeah.
so overall, it's still going to go into the favor of Saigon Jokers. They had all the amount of kills that they had right there. They may trade the same amount of gold and the turret for the North Tower though. But
Slightly ahead just by those extra kills.
yeah, it is ahead. Those 3 extra kills is quite a bit actually.
Not really, because overall in terms of CS wise, it's still about the same. So
it's still
the 3 extra kills are well distributed, I would have to say. It's not like all on the Graves, all on the Evelyn. It's all on Graves or all on Evelyn. This
That would be
it's
so dangerous.
so dangerous. It'd be like early GG right there.
But it's also that the whole team got a lot of assists. So
Yeah, definitely. So here we see the cleanse being used up, and the flash as a response of the ultimate. Very well dodged there by Archie.
very aggressive by VYY. I actually really like that play. He thought he saw an opening and it almost happened. Graves was brought pretty low.
Yeah,
So
of course the summoners were still up. He was safe. Yeah, and overall we do see whether let's see whether Twisted. Oh, sorry, not Twisted Fate, but Azure will get Trinity Force because this is the patch where Trinity Force, the Phage effect, has been nerfed. As well, Phage in general for a ranged champion has been nerfed. It's only 20% movement speed reduction instead of 25, I believe. Yeah, and for Trinity Force, it's 35 to 30. The 5% difference might seem very small,
but it means a lot.
means a lot overall. These small numbers means a lot. And here we see Snoy getting taunted into the face, and here we see QTV going to do a lot of damage. Going to try to chase onto Singe, but Singe just moves back into attack range. And here with Malphite, the slow will appear, and there goes the kill. Nah, there's not ulti. Just joking.
No, if only there was an ulti out there. Skarner Impale goes off once again. Will Blitz actually manage to go down?
This will go down, but
Mana barrier. Yep, nice. Twisted Fate. Nice, manage out to stun.
They will get the kill on this.
They will get the kill onto Archie, but will Misery survive? Yes, Misery will survive as well. They could possibly go in to look for a bottom turret here that will go highly in their favor while Singe is playing on top. Eve is not all that easy to actually push on a turret, especially since the middle turret is pretty healthy and looks like they will be going for it right now. This is exactly what Manila Eagles needs. Taking advantage while holding the remaining lanes. Unfortunately, Singe might go down here right now. Malphite does have his ultimate, right? Unstoppable Force. They wouldn't need it though. Oh wow, look at it toss.
Because Singe they used the ultimate earlier, so yeah, this is a well-timed gank, I would have to say. And Singe had no wards.
They were just waiting there just for the opportune moment, and it came and they took it. So I mean, great jobs and great props there to Saigon Jokers. They're still trying to trade it off, even though the bottom turret did go away. It went in their favor. I like the fact that Manila Eagles have an Oracle and they are going to be using it. Oh,
there's a ghost right there. The cute ghost. Oh, floating ghost. Oh, come on.
It's a Wharton.
Wow. Yeah, it's a Wharton, I suppose. Okay, we'll be back into the game.
Ward Nocturne.
Here we see
guy.
Yeah, here we see Twisted Fate. I really like his remake model. Overall, it does not seem bulky like Soraka. Soraka seems to be slightly floating too high in the air somehow. With maybe it's how her costume, her hair, or whatever her horn looks like. Yeah. But Twisted Fate looks more well balanced overall with his movements overall, and it looks much.
I simply think it's because of his large cape that actually moves pretty well now. So I mean, going back to the actual game, and nothing to do with anything else.
But here we do see the wars going on around the map. They'll be very, very know that they need to shut down Ezreal Evelyn as soon as possible. About all the you're poisoning me with all the misnamings of items.
All misnaming of items. Well, no worries there. What's interesting to note is that all the ultimates are up for Saigon Jokers. Will they go and look for another play? Shutting down 3 people, perhaps taking another turret out there. I don't know about this.
A miscommunication right there.
Yeah, I do believe he should have gone in for the Unstoppable Force instead of using Unstoppable Force to get out of things.
Maybe he really clicked it while he was captured.
Oh, perhaps that could have been the case, yes. And therefore the animation just continued immediately. Their Fireblast just go out. Oh, nice, missing the stall, but Kaigu will go down. That was good teamwork though.
Yeah, but we can see from there that the nerf from DFG as well as Invis ulti did hurt her, because normally you would see almost like quarter to half more. This time was only just reaching half, didn't reach to more than that. So definitely the percentage nerf right there is being seen on Evelyn with the ultimate as well as the Deathfire Grasp right there. I mean, so it's still, I like that for her. But overall, for other champions, DFG might be happy.
I mean, for those people who are just watching, you just saw that Phage proc onto Evelyn. And she still just ran away. It's not all that effective, and at 5% does play a lot, especially if your movement speed is, for instance, at 400. 5% of 400 is 20.
Yes. And
that's quite a bit.
There's a lot.
400 to 420 determines quite a bit of how fast you can run and catch away with people. Especially people like Evelyn, who can escape, Blitzcrank, who can speed up, and things of that nature. 5% actually counts quite a bit.
Definitely. But here we see Ezreal actually having a weird item build. He has a Sheen, he has a Fish, but he also has a pickaxe. So
the pickaxe was there actually quite easily.
There, yeah, but I'm not sure. I think he sees that he's unable to deal that much damage.
IE,
so moving back to Trinity Force, because he got the Sheen after the pickaxe, I believe.
Yeah, he did get a Sheen after the pickaxe though. And then he just recently got the Fate, so I'm not so sure about that. I guess we'll wait and see if he feels that he needs to maybe transform the pickaxe into a Last Whisper very, very quickly out there. I'm not sure, but it looks like Saigon Jokers is trying to get the blue. Nothing was there, so they couldn't pull anything away. Malphite has the Oracles, and so does Skarner, so if this next clash, if either one of the Oracle Barrels does go down, it's going to be quite painful to pay for it, simply because there isn't all that many wards on the map for them to be making their Oracles count, and entirely missed it, and the ward came back.
Definitely. But then, at the same time, we do see Grace with a different item build, getting Brutalizer, Zeal, and a BF Sword. Brutalizer, I don't really understand why though. I mean, he maybe to be able to kill his opponents much easier, much quicker, but still something which I don't think was actually.
Wow! What was
Blitzcrank saving Violet quite a bit right there. Violet's gonna force to move back in, no problem at all. But because of that pull, we do see that they're all in position for the kills right there. But Nick's Water being caught a bit too far in of the teleport from Snoy is not gonna be enough. But it was actually a very well timed rush because Shen had no ultimate right there.
Manila Eagles. I thought that was really well planned. It was Saigon Jokers that was actually all haywire and everywhere. Everyone was out of position. I don't think so. They expected Skarner to get pulled all the way in. And even when that happened, Malphite was still under the effect of Impale. So
I would say they did not expect Siege to come in so quickly.
Yeah, especially with the teleport down there. I don't think so they were expecting that though.
That was the main reason they won that fight. With Siege not come in the nick of time,
it would not have gone well though.
Yeah, because he pushed Graves so far away.
But look at this. We do see a very, very quick moving Twisted Fate. But will he be able to stop it out?
Wow.
Just barely. Kaigu's gonna go down.
Yes, Kaigu's actually gonna go there by a save by Red Manga right there. Snoy moving back up. Oh, nice, Jana.
But then again, the tower still goes down.
It won't go down. The minions. Oh, did it go down?
It did go down already.
Okay. I saw it wrong. I saw it wrongly. Okay, my bad.
So, in terms of towers, though, we are 3-2 right now.
In terms of overall gold, it's not that far away.
300 gold, which also means that Manila Eagles actually has a better farm than Saigon Jokers.
I wouldn't say a better farm, but more GP5s. More GP10s.
More GP10s.
If wants to crack me, I use the GP5 because I would say go +5. And
3, 4, 5. There are 5 on one side, and on the other side we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's just that one extra that's helping them out a little bit there. So yes. I do like the fact that Skarner survived so long. Just barely missing. Just by a little bit right there. Look at this.
Look at that burst right there.
I like the Jana ultimate straight away blowing things away, keeping everybody alive. Nice disengage there. And this is why I'm supporting MLE Eagles. I think they have the potential.
Yes, they do have the potential, definitely, and that was very well played. The champions pick for Jana was something they really needed because Malphite and Evelyn very two strong initiators, and you can't really spot them
And they
all
initiate
the
on
time.
melee range.
Yes.
So that's why you need to like blow them far away.
And just be done with that. Yeah, but here we see right now it's going to move into the mid-game 20-minute mark already. Let's going to see how well. Maybe I believe a Baron fight or team fight will determine who will win, right?
I think it will be several fights that will actually determine. Simply because they are so close. They have been having fights where it went to the favor of Saigon Jokers. They had fights where it went to the favor of MLE Eagles, and it's kind of this back and forth notion.
I would say
Right.
one more fight because Singe teleport is still down.
Yes.
So if it does not catch Shen's ultimate, if somewhere a fight happens to the bot lane, it'll definitely be in their favor.
And what's interesting,
Charging
we were
in.
talking about Singed and Shen before this. Now we do see that Singed did not go for a Rod of Ages. He in fact went for Ryland's Crystal Scepter straight away. And Shen on the other hand got a Phage and then went for Wit's End. And I'm not sure what he's getting next.
Might be a frozen mallet, or but I would say it'd be better if it was a Sunfire Cape to increase overall
What
durability.
with the dagger and
Almost with the
Yeah.
dagger, it's just attack speed. With QTV is just very aggressive in his play styles. We will have to say but Shen does profit from this. I would have to say because overall his key strikes depends on how many normal hits he can land, and it will cool down much faster and do maximum magic damage. So in order to maximize that, he had to go for Sunfire Cape or maybe a Frozen Mallet, but nope, it's going to be a Trinity Force right there. Oh, that's why there is the dagger. I don't think of Trinity Force, but instead he's going to go for much more damage and try to burst down Singed overall in terms of the laning phase, as well as in the team fights, he's just going to aim for the AD carry as well.
yeah. I mean, Twisted Fate comes out on top though. Nice
wow.
stun. Whoa. Taunt into Flash.
But QTV was
Waited for the
definitely
Impale to come out, and once again another stun will go off, preventing him from going away. There's something actually, I think that's a really good catch out from things they had really well planned. But the other thing is that when you kill wards that have skins, they actually have a different sound animation.
and they die.
Yeah, I mean the Ward Kai and Ward Turn does have different sounds, so I think that's really cute. I mean, like, that's really something out there.
Here we see
this
Snoy
guy
charging.
get caught
Yes,
out.
this game will definitely be got caught out. The slow proc. Nope,
Okay,
he flashes away, but against Snoy, exhaust.
I
Malaysia
don't
will
think
pull
so. That
back.
exhaust was cheated though. They just wanted to prevent Singe from not doing anything, so just threw out the...
Yeah, but I mean they could charge
wow,
in. for the
secondary
fight.
turret. I was not paying attention to the top. Oh, good job there from MLE Eagles. Ready to get a turret, but look at the bottom. Eve is doing her job and that turret as well.
Definitely, and Eve can bring down turrets quite easy as long as a minion. She'll be able to boost the attack speed with her ability, the third skill. So definitely nothing much to be afraid of. I believe.
But Singe is right there, preventing her from doing
Singe
anything.
did use the teleport in order
Yep.
to protect the tower. Here we see a team fight going on.
unstoppable
Shen's
boss.
ultimate had not happened right now. And here we
Nice
see gonna
engage
move in.
again.
Wow, very well played by Jana, but it's not going to be able to save the Skarner, I believe. And here, yes, there goes the
they
hook,
actually
there
are
goes the
going in.
punch. And wait, okay, punch
Oh,
up here, but
Eve.
even coming from behind, clearing up everything right there, the exhaust going by, it's not going to be enough. Vapor Blade taking down Skarner, the last beat right there, and this is it. See, it's all about the timing. And they did kill Shen, which was correct, and they could force the push, but did not fight earlier just now when they had the chance. And here we see Junie might. Oh, wow.
the pull!
Junie before dying, going to save his team right there from the Twister Fate, but he will go down to Singe right there. And here QTV going to force
The
a
cleanup.
and here we go,
Cleanup
clean up. Yes,
on
Archie will be able to get the kill. And here we move on to VYY right there. Shen and Nick's Water is going to be enough. I mean, Shen and Evelyn, and here we go. It's going to be a trade. It's going to be a 5-for-1 with a Singe ending with a triple kill right there, but an ace for Saigon Jokers.
I mean,
Very well
that was
played.
very well played though. I do believe that in that first engage, when the whole fight first started up, it actually was highly in the favor of Saigon Jokers.
Mhm.
And then when they decided to move back and they met up with Twisted Fate, it went to the favor of MLE Eagles. But the Eve appearing from the bottom and going up to launch her ultimate and to start destroying people, it shifted to the side of Saigon Jokers. And finally, when Singe came around, it was another turnaround. So it's very exciting development as each new player enters the battlefield and starts changing it out. So
Mhm.
I like that part.
At the same time, Singe is just that thing where I just walk around and just get some kills and got triple kill from that, I would have to say. And here we see he's building up to his Frozen Heart actually and going for Negaton's Cloak. And here we see Shen moving on, most probably going to complete Trinity Force first. And here we see Malphite go soon to complete Shreya as well. And here this Crank not getting anything, just focusing more on the wards as well. We also have another Oracle. And we can see that Evelyn knowing that the nerfs hurt her in terms of the AP ratio overall of the skills, she does not get an Abyssus Scepter, but goes for Rabadon's Death Cape instantly after that.
Cap, not cape. Rabadon's Death Cape.
Is it? They say cape? Okay. Anyway, we do see here IE going down onto Graves and slowly moving on to the. Well, I believe it should be a Last Whispers before it completes its Phantom Dancer, most probably.
Well, it depends. You can either go both ways. But what's interesting is that I actually look at the development of the top laners. We do see Shen as well as Singe going up there. Singe finished off his Frozen Heart. He immediately started and got a Negatron's Cloak as well. On the other side of Shen, he has completed his Trinity Force. He has his Giant's Bell out there. So looks like that will go into a Sunfire. We will make it even more tanky, even more deliberate with things. So I quite like that Twisted Fate does have his Lich Bane and his Rabadon's Death Cap already completed. So that's going in his favor. For the supports, however, we do see both of them having 2 GP10s. The boots, Ninja Tabi bought by Blitzcrank and Janna, however, with no boots yet. And lots of boards all around, so I quite like that. Yeah, and the Kindle Jam.
Because Janna is just one of those champions, you don't need to upgrade your boots so quickly overall.
She has a passive Tailwind, if I'm not mistaken, that's what
it
it's
doesn't
called.
work on her.
Sorry?
Her passive doesn't work on her.
I thought it increases everybody's movement.
Increase your team's movement.
Are you not part of the team?
Apparently it doesn't work.
She and her. Janna and her. I see. I know, I play quite a bit of Janna.
Yeah, but I noticed that she doesn't have that icon though. See, everyone has it, but she does not have it. So I always thought that Janna does not get it. Even the description says no, but maybe because it's innate. Because here we see Zephyr is the one that will show up.
It's Zephyr.
Zephyr, wow.
Zephyr.
Wow.
Oh, look at this engagement,
here we see
right
engagement
here.
right there. Here we
Juni
see
escaping, but Shen will be coming in. Nice shot on there by Kaiku. The stun does go off. QTV possibly going to get caught here. The stun goes off once again. Wow, could they possibly go in for the Baron right now? I think they should.
They will go. They might lose the bottom 2 towers as well as the.
They are deciding to actually go for it now. Janna is healing up, but Kaiku wasn't actually within the heal range. I don't know, a little bit of miscommunication there though. But they are taking things now. Snoy coming up to save the day. It's going to throw Malphite in. No, it's going to throw Nyx Water right into turret range. Nyx Water possibly could go down.
Yes.
Unstoppable Force brings him down.
That's not going on as well. Here we see Snoy being very aggressive, going to put that tower at the last bit of health left. Throwing him back into tower range, and here the Shredder pops and going to move back. And here we see,
nice! Oh, look at the amount of damage now, that was sick! And Nyx Water actually barely surviving out of that.
Oh,
nice! Oh, yes!
Wow, that epic Ezreal
accuracy!
Ultimate right there. Wow, VYY doing a good job, almost blind with the help of Mr. Fate, but in the end it was the last 2 seconds of blind. That sounds wrong, but okay. Let's moving on.
When I guess props. Team you're supporting and it happens so amazingly accurate. Yes! Come on, Manila Eagles! I know you can do it. You have Baron buff. They did shut down people, so they are pushing the lanes. Looks like they will be able to take the bottom turret, no problem. The mid turret is not being contested. The top has no more turrets except for the ones in base. So it is going into the Manila Eagles' favors. I like that a lot. Oh, look, more wards being planted out.
More trees being planted.
More trees being planted. More ward kais are being done there. I do like the fact that Misery...
They're being very aggressive.
Oh,
our range.
Aggression.
To tank all the damage from the tower. No problem at all. Here Ezreal ultimate to do as much damage as...
Ezreal's ultimate. The last whisper being bought already there. He looks like he's going to build into a GA straight away with the chain vest being bought. So
yeah, but not right now in this team fight, it might not be the favor of MLE because Skarner does not have ultimate up and ready. Instead of Evelyn and Malphite does have it already up. And here we're going to see an engage happen. Nope. Judy's missing the point. Here's Snowy coming from behind, going to disrupt the whole team right there. This is what Siege does best. You just run in like
distract people.
Yes, distract people. Force them to move back. If your AD carry gets caught by Siege, it's going to be good night. We also have flash and ability to dodge up. Here we see instantly after they broke the tower, MLE is going to move back and use up the cash, maybe the goal they have earned so far.
I still think they can pressure just a little bit more. They want to try to get a little bit creeps, get a little bit of advantage just before they go back and make something happen. Oh, you need just passing that one.
Okay.
You say that in the tree, it's okay. You'll stay there. I'll come back for it. It's okay.
I'll come back and destroy it. See, now we see that destroy nature right there. Maokai will find you.
Yes, Maokai tactics will find him one day. Not worried there. I like the fact that Manila Eagles went back, they went and got items. I like the Abyssal Scepter on Singe, very strong. The Doran Shield is there as well. Eagles of the Legion completed onto Skana as well as Glacial Shroud. So all the additional soft CC being added on. For Twisted Fate, we do see that he does have a Necron's Cloak and another needlessly large rod. So sooner or later that will be built. I'm guessing into
Sorry.
besides the Zonia, but I think it's not going to be an Abyssal. I think it is going to be a Banshee.
Banshees, yes.
Yeah.
The Banshee will stop Evelyn from just diving onto him instantly. She'll be forced to go closer to use her first ability first.
Before
in order
throwing
to
out
can-
ultimate. Yeah.
Trigger the ultimate as well as left fire grass.
Now
up
we
there.
do see the GA already being born on Ezreal, so he can be even more ballsy right now, but Shen possibly coming in right there. Oh, look at the amount of damage Blitzcrank is actually taking just from the random shots from around the area. I think this is really good play on the side of Manila Eagles. They managed to capture certain objectives, and they, even though they were a little bit behind with that 5-man gang on Porter, that was like insane right there.
And a lot of people would say that the way they counter Evelyn will be Twisted Fate, but I've seen a lot of people unable to pull it off.
But this is going actually pretty well, like definitely
pretty well.
right there. Oh, Snoy going in. Who will he actually toss back? He's going for Graves straight away.
Definitely just go
Not
for
sure
the
about
AD
that.
carry.
The turret does go down. The pull goes off onto Skana. Unstoppable force, but look at the amount of damage. Everybody's just melting away into nothing. Blitzcrank does go down. Malphite solo. Look at Misery still alive. It is a 5-on. I don't know what is this called anymore.
5-on-3.
You think he's going to go
5-on-2.
down? The chase does
5-on-1.
off, but nope, they're just going to go for the inhibitor. Once again, an amazing play by Manila Eagles. Even though Unstoppable Force did hit 4 of the most important people, look at the heal just going up there. Looks like they're going directly for the end.
Okay,
Can
yes, this
Eve
will
do
be-
anything?
If will not be able to respond that well, I have to say.
Oh, look at this. How fast it's going right to the end. Come on, Manila Eagles. You know I was supporting you. You gave it
So
on
even
your best. Even
Nick Walton
just
knows
stand.
he's just standing there.
He
Even
doesn't
if
care
yes,
anymore.
acknowledges that it is the end. There's nothing much he can
Congratulations,
do.
Manila Eagles. Huzzah! The team that I supported won.
Yeah, but you're a bad commentator.
Why?
Because Siege made such a good move and you say you don't know what he was doing. How could you say that?
He ran past everything just to chase Graves all the way to the
That
end
is the
of
point.
earth.
Because the tower was about to break, and as well to chase when you chase Graves.
You chase Eve.
No, I wouldn't chase Eve.
Why not?
Because it's going to be hard to grab her. Because Eve can really use a movement speed boost to run away as well. And Grace only has quick draw. And just a short distance. And if you chase the AD carry, all the bruisers and tanks will chase after you. As you saw just now, as soon as Siege dived in, they thought they were going to aim for Malphite. They just stood there, but when they run past him into Graves, we saw that the Blitzcrank, Shen, and Malphite instantly moved towards Graves. And then the tower broke, and
I'll
then
give you that.
the fight just happened.
I'll
And
give
see,
you
that was very well played by the team you supported, but badly commentated by
It's
my
okay.
fellow friend.
You make improvements along the way, but what matters now is that Manila Eagles won. Now, what will they do against Taipei Assassins? I'm pretty sure they are ecstatic about their win right here. And
Definitely. I think people know that Manila Eagles does stand a chance against Saigon Jokers, but I believe most people thought that Saigon Jokers would win. And just now we saw the IRC chat. Well, Avius. The proper way to pronounce this Avius, but I just like to Avias, while we're looking at my. He did say that Nick's Water will storm Kaigu, but in this game, it did happen slightly in the beginning in terms of how his counter gangs did fail in terms of Kaigu side. But when we reached the end game, we could see that it was Kaigu stomping onto everyone else right there. So very well job done right there over there by Mila Eagles. So right now, for the second game, we're going to see whether they can keep this spirit. They will be able to continue this and definitely move in and get the second win for today against the Taipei Assassins, the world champions out there. So what do you guys think? Do they stand a chance, or is TPA going to have another 25-minute game and just crush everyone out there? No problem at all. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, from what I saw in this game, I think they played a pretty solid game. They knew what to do, and their communication, I think, was on a pretty high sort of standpoint. So against TPA now, I mean, TPA is known for their huge communication and what they exactly can do, and them knowing their limitations. So I'm not sure about whether they're able to secure a victory, but they definitely stand a good chance.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So right now, we're just going to move into a short commercial break first before we come back, so do stay tuned. And don't forget, the next match will be MLE against TPA. Going to be very, very exciting to see.
And as we go into announcements right now, Apparently we're having a black screen. Oh, no, it is going to be Potato Monster.
What's up and welcome back to our League of Legends Top 5 Play Show here on Potato Monster. We have an awesome lineup of clips from some champions that aren't spotlighted frequently on here, so we hope you guys enjoy. Starting off week 98 with our number 5 play, we have Storm Shadower on Jarvan, who is headed towards the tower as the enemy team tries to siege it. All of a sudden, Xin Zhao starts to dive, Sylvain condemns him back as Jarvan gets in there, seeing an opportunity and EQing into Cataclysm to lock all 5 players in as the tower starts to deal some damage. Katarina joins in on the fun and they instantly get the quadra kill for Katarina, followed by the pentakill shortly after. They were down 9 to 18 on kills and Jarvan gets Katarina the pentakill, bringing them back in it with an amazing ultimate. Coming in at 4th place is Pelabibi on Shen, who currently resides in his jungle near red buff. His team is staring at the enemy team in the face when suddenly they go for it, catching purple team off guard as they retreat, not wanting to fight at 4v5 and take some damage. But then Leona puts down a ward and Shen immediately starts teleporting to it as Skarden drops really low and flashes away, so 2 players flash after him, but Shen comes in just in time with a beautiful taunt on 4, securing Skarden's safety and turning the tides of this level 1 battle. Blue team tries to fight it out and Corki picks up the double, and then they decide to bail from this level 1 fight, granting a 3rd kill to the purple team before they escape. Landing a spot at 3rd place is Out of Milk on Gallia, who at the start rushes in to help Warwick, knowing that they're down 20 kills. Hits them both with a Z and Q, dropping LeBlanc solo, and then follows it up with an Idol of Duran to secure the kill. Afterwards, he decides to poke Blitzcrank and then back off and go farm the minions under his tower, but Ahri comes around the side, sandwiching him, so he decides to run into the brush, bursting Blitzcrank and popping his W to help him sustain as Ahri bursts him. He flashes out and she trails closely behind, but when his Q comes up, he turns and lands it blindly onto Blitzcrank for a 2nd kill, and thus begins the chase. She follows him all the way from top tier 1 turret all the way past their tier 1 turret, and then past their tier 2 turret as he loops around towards mid. Throughout the chase, he continues to turn and land his Q as he uses his W to heal off minions in the turret shots. We slow back down as he's 1 turret away from freedom. He uses Bulwark to heal and then shoots out one final resolute smite to finish off Ahri and escape into the enemy jungle. May I remind you, they were down 20 kills. Coming in at 2nd place is Captain Crotch on Anivia, and we start things off in the heart of this last stand from Blue Team. The fight is all over the place, and when all is said and done, Blue Team comes on top with the ace, but their base is being invaded by minions and super creeps. Now you can see the map as enemy creeps come from all the lanes, but knowing that they'll be stuck in their base because their inhibs are falling and it's 60 minutes in, they go for an insane desperation play, sending Ezreal, Riven, and Volibear on a mission to win the game, leaving Anivia to defend against super creeps coming from every lane. She puts up Glacial Storm and Qs, trying to wipe out as many minions as possible as her team is about halfway to the enemy base. She falls dangerously low and has to flash out to go heal as all the minions whack at the Nexus. Knowing she has to do something, she goes back in with another Glacial Storm and Flash Frost to finish off a bunch of the caster minions, and then she walls off one of the super creeps in order to prevent as much damage as possible. We see the Nexus is low, but thanks to some more minions respawning, she has a little bit more time as her team continues to progress, downing the enemy inhibitor and proceeding to the Nexus turrets. With her minions fighting the super creep, she goes back to heal and wait for cooldowns to come up, going back in with another ult and Q to wipe out more minions as they turn to the Nexus to finish it off. And right before it dies, the unthinkable, Blue Team walks away with the win in a base race against super minions. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have OVB with a different Cassiopeia play. At the start of this clip, she's running over to help Caitlyn as Katarina gets slowed and she lands her WQ, followed by a barrage of Twin Fangs to grab the first kill off of Katarina. Rammus tries to catch Cass with a taunt, but she kites back and then they turn things around on him as he retreats back towards his team and they DPS him down, but even with the help of Caitlyn, the slippery guy gets away. We speed it up as Renekton goes in and she lags behind to the fight, but once we slow back down, she lands a sick ultimate, hitting all 4 and getting a kill, but immediately backing off, predicting a flash from someone to kill her, as Teemo brings her so low, but thanks to the slowdown, he's forced to turn around as she punishes them for it and baits them to run through it again. Rammus starts up Powerball and actually flashes towards her, but she lays the DPS on him, bringing him down right as he gets to her. Tark chases and she runs back a bit and turns around to land a QE combo as Dazzle lands and he runs to kill her, but he falls right before he can get the shatter off. And finally, she walks up to finish off the Teemo with a Twin Fang for the unofficial pentakill and escape with no health left. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have K-Man Techno on Teemo with an epic win. We hope you enjoyed this top 5 plays, and as we approach week 100 of our top 5 plays, I wanted to say thank you all for your support, and keep your eyes peeled for a special video coming out really soon that we've been working on. Thanks again for watching, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you right back here on Potato Monster for week 99 of our League of Legends top 5 plays.
bring me a real challenge.
My favorite champion has to be Wukong. He can top lane, he can middle lane to count a lot of APs middle, and he can actually
Elements
jump
and
pretty well. I fell in love with the ability to juke using his W. His ganks are actually pretty sick because you just W from the side brush when you're all stealth and they have no idea it's coming. And if you can manage to screw people's minds a couple times in a row and they're like, did he use his W yet? Is he gone? Is he missing? Or is he just standing there like an idiot? The plays you can make is just, they're just hilarious. I like teams that stack a lot of CC, so I get someone like a Ryze or a Morgana middle that can follow up with what I'm doing. If I'm middle, someone like a Mumu or something like that, he can ulti, then I go in ulti, just combo that play one after another. I think the biggest thing on him is knowing when to go in and use your ultimate. And just how much damage it does if you stack armor pen and you just get a
Like the
large amount
spin
of
to
AP
win
and you're just
champion.
playing like an assassin champion. You feel like you have a fiddlestick.
That's one way to look at it.
It's awesome. There's a lot of good memories in it, and that's why I'm playing him so much. Stealthing into a team fight, running away, and then baiting it out, and then stealthing right back in, and then just popping your ultimate and just hitting everybody. I mean, I think they have the advantage, and you right back in. Hey, I'm Cody Elman Sigvason from Curse, and my favorite champion is Wukong.
Hello and happy Halloween to you guys out there who just tuned in, as well as welcome back to the Garena Premier League Week 18 Day 3, as well as Game 2. Do you have anything to say?
Yes, indeed, I have. Welcome back to the show. Now, we are here celebrating Halloween with you guys. So if you have candy, send them over to the office. Thank you. I'm craving candy at this moment.
But if they come to the office, aren't we the ones that should give them the candy? Because
If you come in costumes to the office, I'll give you candy. I may give you this Timo hat as just an additional thing, but you need to come in costumes. And you dressing up as yourself or your birthday suit does not count. So, yeah.
oh yeah, as your friend. All those weird things. Ideas people come up from anyway.
So yes, this is GPL, this is Garena Premier League, and we just finished watching the commercial break, and before the commercial break, we watched the first game, Manila Eagles against Saigon Jokers, where Manila Eagles, I would say, took a rather decisive victory in the end. It was a close game, and in the end, they were very dominant, and they exerted themselves, and they knew exactly what they wanted, so they took it away from Saigon Jokers, who were one of the other teams to qualify for the World Championship. Now, they are going up against another team that went up for the World Championship. It is the next game, Manila Eagles versus the Taipei Assassins, the world's best team right there. And actually, there's something pretty interesting. Care to tell us about the lineup from TPA, Teddy?
Okay, can we show the faces of TPA first on the side off the screen so everyone will be able to see him much more closely?
Yep.
And can we get the team list for TPA? Here we do see, this is the older list. There's an addition of 2 members, God, JJ, as well as Zonda. But for today,
We won't be seeing them.
you won't be seeing them, as
In
well
fact,
as...
we won't be seeing Kolalin. No, we won't be seeing her.
Not her yet, not her yet.
Not yet. But for today's match, we have the traditional TPA mistake. We have Bibe, BB,
Yes.
we have Lil Balls, and Stanley, the surprise guest.
I would say guess,
There's a surprise player that we have not seen in a long time.
Definitely.
Is none other than.
Next, ABC.
Yep. So
Yep.
we will be seeing him.
So he will be replacing the world-class AP mid player, which everyone has recognized, Toys, and he will step up. And also, this will be a revenge match for him, I believe, because he was in the match when TPA lost against MLE, where his
Yes.
RV did do a very good job, but was shut down by Custody during the end game.
Yep.
They couldn't do that much. So
in fact,
this
it was Kolalin in that game as well,
yes,
no?
Pauline was in the game as well.
Yeah.
She won't be here for today. But this for next ABC, I believe it is his first step to show that.
You know what? That was just a fluke, and this time they could have waited all the way out there. So
Yes.
this is going to be pretty interesting. We haven't seen next ABC in some 10 plus weeks. For about half the GPL, we have not
You
seen
see him a lot for him turning up in the events as well as all the competitions. Is that to support
but not
the
in
team to
the
help
first 5
run
players
first-
that actually
yes.
are going up there. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what he can actually come up with. I know a lot of people are going to be comparing him to Toys and things of that sort, but for me personally, I'm not looking whether he's as good as Toys, but whether he can sync together with the team, because the team has been playing a lot together in competition-wise, but we have not seen really next ABC. So I will be looking at his coordination with the team and see whether he's a little bit off sync or he's perfectly in sync and everybody in your team is just on par.
Yes. Like there's a lot of things that people view on TPA that they think that some of the players, the personal skills might not be that good actually, but it's actually more on how
Their
in
teamwork
sync
and
they are.
synchronization of things. Yep.
And that's something that Salis does always give praise to.
Yeah.
Like when you see TPA play, you see an actual team, like they are just one body,
Yeah.
5 in one body, playing it out perfectly. Everything just going on smoothly. And so today we'll see whether next ABC will be able to do it as well.
Yeah, and just before we go into game and we get into things, do you have any sort of announcements for the viewers out there?
No, there will be no more announcements.
There will be no more announcements.
I've destroyed all of them for your entertainment.
You have destroyed announcements for entertainment. Okay, I'm not so
Does that
sure
work?
about that.
So, yeah.
That's a little bit weird. A little bit weird right there. But not
Yes.
to worry.
So for this game, it's going to be rare. It's going to be something where ML. Oh,
Why is 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks match was changed to Wednesday? Oh, for those of people who are asking why the matches were actually changed, it's actually very simple because they were the other tournaments going on and the teams were involved there, which is the Koreas Enter the Dragon and
WEM Hangzhou.
Yeah.
And I believe for the Sunday, it was actually, I think TPA had another match somewhere.
else. Yeah.
Also, where, so that's why there was a delay of everything moving on to Wednesday for these 2 weeks. But for this coming week, I had not received any notification, so I
So
believe
it should be on schedule. Should be on
from
schedule.
Fridays to Sunday, so do not need to worry about that. Yeah, as you know, it is a league. It is ongoing competition, ongoing every single week. Sometimes
Yes.
there's a week, 2 weeks break and things like that because it's the mid-season or the other tournaments coming up. But you know, sometimes you just can't plan for every single tournament out there.
Yeah,
That's
like for World Finals, nobody knew when exactly it was going to be. So when it happened, we have to adjust our schedule. Obviously, we're not going to tell the teams, no, you cannot participate. You must play with us. That'd be quite silly out there.
Yes, so that is why sometimes there's this changes and delays in terms of overall schedule for GPL. So for next year, well, we are trying to. From what I know, the next year they're trying to get to know as many permanent, ongoing competitions. Like they have the timeline ready there, so they're able to adjust the schedule much better overall.
I mean, as the esport grows, more teams, more managers are better communicating so that they don't have clashing events. I mean, everybody who organizes an event wants to make the event the very best, the very biggest, what they can achieve.
Definitely.
So that's why there's a lot more unison going around. There's a lot more sharing of information. They're not trying to say that my competition or my tournament is better than yours, but they want to like help each other out, and that's what we actually see a lot of different regions. North America is not only about North America. Europe is not only Europe anymore. There's a lot of mixture of things going on. Like for instance, even the Korean tournament, Enter the Dragon and WEM Hangzhou. Yes?
So excuse to check something. Just to confirm. Give me a moment. You can go on with your
Yeah, I mean, like these players not only had, for instance, China Hangzhou's one, not only had China involved, they also did have Southeast Asia involved, and they also did have the other regions, which was Europe, I believe, was involved. I'm not sure about that.
I think they were.
I mean, there's a lot of international teams. They want to test out. They don't really want to just stick in their own domain and sort of things like that, which is really good. So when it comes to Season 3 World Finals, it's going to be massive. The skill level is going to be super, super high. Actually, I'm going to double check it on my side as well. I'm not sure.
It doesn't like me. I think it froze just now. It's okay, I have to get this from somewhere else. So this is just some slight technical problems on our side in terms of what should be done.
It is
So-
the same.
It's in fact the same. Okay, so it's fine. Do not worry. It's nothing. No biggie. It will not affect the game. But right now, the champion selection has started, so we're just going to move right into the game, so you guys are able to see what is going to be banned and picked. And someone did mention they did not comment on Nick's Waters' Eve.
Yeah.
I believe his Eve did do.
He did
good
well,
job.
but I mean, this is after the post nerf.
Yeah.
So she is brought down. Her ratios are actually brought down a bit. She did not. He did not get a void staff out there, so the magic penetration wasn't all that great out there. But I like the first ban from Moonlight Eagle. Straight away, Oriana gone.
I mean,
Not a chance.
not Horace is not playing today, so Oriana is. I mean, Oriana is still a good band. I would say very strong band out there. Oriana can just sync so well with any composition. I would have to say. At the same time, she'll be able to control where the opponents can stand, control of space.
Yeah.
If something Oriana, if a very professional Oriana does it well, that your opponents were there to go close.
I think I don't know. Either Taipei Assassins were watching the game, but immediately we see Twisted Fate being banned out. Twisted was I would say a rather key player in the first game out there, we do see Nidalee being removed as well. So all the super known champions associated with Taipei Assassins immediately removed. They don't want to deal with them.
Yeah.
Least-
I mean, it's not impossible to deal with it, but why would you want to deal with it if it's
I mean,
going
they are
to give you a
known
hard
for
time? Yeah.
Why?
So here we see Lee Sin being taken out. So, I thought I would hope to see maybe Little Boss play Lee Sin once again for today. We do have seen him Lee Sin quite a bit.
They don't want Manla Eagles to have Lee Sin. We do see Manla Eagles, they have been playing a pretty good Lee Sin as well. They have been one of the teams actually more known for playing Lee Sin, so that's quite nice there.
Yep. And here we're going to wait the last ban, like the last second going to be Maokai once again banning that jungler. Now Maokai is seriously just one of those hard to deal with junglers where if you get ganked and if it's successful...
Well, it's the root. They don't want to be
Yeah.
root down. Now, if you saw like what we had from Manla Eagles in the previous game, they like their mobility. They like moving around, and they don't like people to be stun locked, for instance, in a certain spot right there. So, I mean, that's working it out for their side.
But there's no toys.
Yeah, people don't realize that there's no toys. It is in fact
It's-
TPA ABC, which is
Yes,
TPA's
which is next ABC. And here we see the last ban.
Skarner as well. A
Skarner as well.
targeted ban.
As
So
we did see
it-
Skarner, even though he was pressured in the early stages, did very well in
He
coming
did
back.
well.
to
I
the
mean, he timed it out so that his Impale would hit just as for instance Shen was fleeing away. Malphite was just about to start an unstoppable force, stopping him from doing so. I like that sort of initiation, the timing was very well played there. And as a team, they knew how they could instantly come up with things. We would see this stun immediately coming from Twisted Fate and then Jana Tornado with a further knocked up. Now Mundo being picked up. Mundo is strong. I quite like that. Mobile champion that moves around quite a bit. A little bit slow on the jungling side, but
No.
Yeah.
No.
if he gets counter jungle now,
No.
he still recovers perfectly fine if he's counter jungle.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out.
Because he has no problem if he gets counter jungle, he can counter jungle at the same time. And Mundo is actually one of those champions. If you play it in the normal game, public game, it's very easy to just normally you don't ward, you have to see how professionals play, how they ward out the pass properly. But if you know that your opponent's using a Maokai Amumu, gonna take the
Pretty
blue
much
first,
blue.
only the red. It's very easy. I can just take my blue first, don't need to smite it. Just give me a good leash. I can move to the red and get it.
I get
And
it.
smite it off very
That
quickly.
is true.
And you might not even reach the red yet after I get it.
Yeah, it's simply
That's
because
common.
he's able to do it.
Yes. See, how is he a slow jungler?
No, I mean, in terms of if you put him against Shyvana or put him against Skarner, is he not slower than them?
Against Shyvana maybe, but against Garena I would say not.
About
really.
equal?
But against Garena about
Okay.
equal.
Okay then. So I stand corrected. We do see that Lulu and Cannon we picked up, so two very cute Yordles being
Yeah, but
picked
the
up.
problem is, where is Cannon going? That has been the main question. Even the
AE?
Taiwan side,
Top, middle, bottom, with what?
Yes.
Every can fit everywhere.
yes,
Will he be seen as a jungler?
maybe. I mean, I've seen, I've watched the Taiwan streams where they see the comment about Cannon, they're like, every time they try to guess what Cannon's playing, it always ends up the opposite. Like they say it's going to go to AD top lane because of AP top lane. This is going to go to mid lane AP, it goes to be a top lane AD or bottom lane AD. So they've given up on guessing what Cannon's actually using until they see the runes and masteries. But after they see the runes and masteries, unless it's a mid lane composition, it's prepared for top.
It's
For
up and
top
down.
lane, you can just transition. You can just go for early attack damage
And then transition to AP.
and transition to AP. Because you want to farm better, much easier, at the same time, harass your opponent. with normal hits.
Nunu and Corki.
Mundo top, Nunu jungler, and Corki bottom.
Okay, so who's the other support?
Leona. They need some CC right now, and Leona is the best.
I mean, if Leona is picked up there, Leona against
Corki.
Lulu, that could be pretty interesting. It will be, it's going to be Tristana, so it looks
Instant
like,
lock. It's actually going to be all Yoda team, maybe, right there.
Will it be an all unity? Where's Timo? Timo, come on, I'm wearing the Timo hat. Make it happen.
You see, I mean, Amumu is short.
Oh my
people,
gosh, it's all going to be a team of short people. I like this a lot. Okay, so we have, I'm guessing Lulu AP, Cannon
I'm support. No,
Oh no,
support.
Lulu support, okay. Cannon could be either AD or AP.
I mean, because it says
I
they
thought
picked
of-
Amumu. Amumu not really Yorder in the law. He's like half Yorder, not Yorder. And if they pick,
Is that Timo a denial?
oh,
They
definitely
just want
not.
to deny. Yeah,
They
them
still have
having.
Ziggs, they still have Rumble. A lot of picks, a lot of choices.
Oh, but if Taipei Assassins does come up with an all, we're not really short people team, but all yodel team, that would be so cute and so happening if that
and
actually
here you see Kai gonna pick up Evelyn, and we're just gonna have to see how well he plays it off. In comparison,
he said the next quarter, you can't play it well. Yeah, I'll show you how to play.
Yeah, someone did ask, just now, what about roaming in terms of Kai, how Evelyn should roam as much?
Yeah.
But one thing is that Twisted Fate, he pushes the lane very quickly. If you beat roam too much, your mid will break very fast, and if you move
Actually,
away,
Diana's a better choice here.
definitely.
Will it be a
Exactly,
Teemo?
cute stuff and crush it. And here we
Will
see
it be a Teemo?
Stanley. Yes,
Oh my God,
Teemo
yes.
right there actually. And Teemo can actually do quite well against Irelia in my opinion, blinding it off. And you do see the all-unit champion right there.
It's gonna be
It's a
Teemo.
total lineup of Teemo. Long time no see, chap. I have to say,
Oh
you're
my
finally appearing
God.
once again into the scene.
It's gonna be a yodel team. Oh, it's gonna be Teemo. I'm so excited.
And all your team is actually quite strong. I would have to say.
Oh, do
Yeah.
they have a special passive? Oh, but I think it's Team Mini because technically Amumu is not a yodel.
Okay, let me. He might be your Yodel.
Might be a yodel. Let's go quickly check his lore.
Yeah, just a wrong click actually. Before we check in any runes and masteries, let's quickly check the lore. He is unknown where he came from. We just came out from the pyramid from the Shurima Desert, so that's why no one knows that much about him. So he could really be he might be a Yodel, just in a different area, not in Bandar City.
Okay, so he's not classified as an immediate yodel, but it's going to be pretty interesting. So let's just have a quick look at Cannon's runes. So next ABC looks like that will be an AP
Mid,
Cannon.
definitely. So here
Indeed it is. Health, magic pen, and flat ability power. No scaling whatsoever. Interesting. Except for health scaling.
normally since this is what they go for already
And
most of
it's
the time.
21.9. Okay, that's pretty standard.
And see, this is something that TPA takes right now for the AP meets, which is this demolitionist.
They
want
want to push targets.
push towers very
Fast.
quickly, fast.
Yeah.
Here, over getting the extra health, magic resist, as well as reduction from minions. Because Cannon does charge in quite a bit.
He does receive the damage from minions, so that has helped him out quite a bit there.
Very interesting overall, I would have to say. So let's go see how Kaigo is responding to this. Maybe it's going to be a similar rune set, maybe?
Yeah, let's just have a quick look at
And
that.
it's going to be flat.
All
up
flat
and
everywhere again. Wow. People actually want to see what Demon's runes are, so
I know everyone wants to see it. I'm just holding it off till the end. And
people are like dying to find out what Demon's runes actually are.
like movement speed queens, attack speed marks. So I mean, attack speed marks maybe attack damage. Let me guess before like flat armor and blue with flat magic resist.
Nobody wants to know your predictions.
And here you
Physical
see
damage, armor, and
damage
magic
speed.
resist. For 18, so there's no attack speed whatsoever in there. Let's just check out the masteries and see. So we have 21.9. Okay.
Both spell penetration
And magic penetration.
Because armor penetration right there. So this definitely something that Timo does it and doing want to do much more damage, just create havoc. Right?
1.5% extra more. So yeah.
Each poison does one more damage, and that's a lot if it stacks up, I would say. And here taking armor penetration, executioner, and here the 9 points into health as well. This is just going to be interesting. I wonder whether everyone just wants us to focus at top lane actually, because we do see that.
And in fact, he is a yodel. Mr. Arias.
Sorry.
He's on the first sentence. Perhaps one of the oddest
Sorry.
League of Champions is the yodel known as Amu.
Yes. Because I read the second part, so I forgot the first part. The second part was his life before joining the league was unknown, as well as I read it in terms of it
Team
being
yodel.
known, so it's actually all yodel right
It is
there.
a yodel.
It is my fault. I remember putting him in the all yodel, all mid list before, but just skipped my mind right there. So thank you for correcting me right there.
So we have, I would say, a pretty old team and a pretty young team.
Ugly team. Here we see Mundo going for something that is standard right now.
Spell Vamp.
Nope.
No Spell Vamp whatsoever. So okay.
This is something the Little Boss was playing as well the other day.
Yep,
921.
it's 921.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how well this plays off. And last but not least, one maroon page before we go off. Was it going to be for Yodels or for...
No, let's just see how the heavily nerfed champion is all about. Let's look at Irelia. The champion that gets nerfed continuously. So we have
Here we see-
magic resist, physical damage, health regen, armor and magic resist 18. Wow, that's a weird assortment, isn't it?
Quite. And here we do
9,
see...
14, 7, even more interesting. armor penetration, health regeneration, additional health, and mana.
We did see him play these runes. No, was it him? No, was it MLE? What's his name?
That's a rather
Uh,
combination of things.
Bangkok Titans. Skills. Yeah, he played J-Stop. He used something like this as well. But
No.
yeah,
Areas,
I know Avius is your correct name, but I don't like pronouncing it that way because it doesn't sound correct, in my opinion. Like Avius.
Ares.
Definitely. So this is going to be a cute team against, well, two old men.
I wish I could show you
But yo,
the skins actually that they're using is so cute. It's so adorable.
it represents how they feel most of the time, I would
Oh,
say.
but except for the Imumu that they're using. Yeah, I see it's such a cute team right at the bottom, and on top it's more like I'm aggressive and I'm gonna play.
So let's move into the game. We see all the boons being brought up instantly right there. The wards being taken out and leaving the base in 10 seconds, which is the standard right there for professional teams right now. Less than 10 seconds actually. But yeah. A Yoda is a race. Oh, okay, since you're gonna type it out, so
Never mind. Yeah, so it's basically a race of really small people from the League of Legends lore. So if you notice all the champions there, they're really small compared to
others, they are
Yes.
mostly Yodas. Except for Annie. Annie is a dark child. Here we see a trade going on.
Wow, immediately catching up two people right there with the crescent sweep. Oh, but no, the next ABC turns it back. Nice shuriken right there. Oh, but look, that bouncing Timo.
Bouncing Timo. Oh, going to be the aggressive.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Being aggressive right there.
That's a lot of trades. What's going on here?
Is it gonna be all middle?
Oh, it sure looks that way. Is that
Oh.
what they're having? They're gonna like shove the mid continuously all the way.
I'm actually gonna go back here right now. 30 seconds before the Mia spawn, so they actually
So a little bit of fun right before the actual game would start. But that certainly was pretty interesting seeing Timo bounce around, everybody receiving a little bit of damage. But now we do see that on the side of Manila Eagles, looks like they're going to counter jungle. So they're just waiting for the time just before they make something happen. They know that, like you said, Amumu has to start at blue, or else his jungle is just way too slow to do anything. So yeah, they know that there's an opportunity there to make something happen. They did ward up their own red side near the Wraiths on Manila Eagle's side. So
So
they
you do
do
see
know
this
what's happening.
this is something they are just going to take the big wave. This is something that TPA does right now.
Yeah.
They see that the opponent jungler is not going to move into their waves. They're just going to take their waves and then move back, get some extra EXP as well as extra gold in early stage.
But Manila Eagles is responding with the same thing. They just took one Wraith,
They
the
took
big
two,
Wraith,
actually.
the big Wraith and one smaller
Small.
Wraith.
Yeah. But here we see Snoy helping out Misery Gate complete the raid buff much faster, so he does not need to use his smite right there and can move on to the blue and get it much more quickly right here. So this is one of the disadvantage of being
But they do see Timo, the ping does go off. But no engage is actually going to go down there. I would say that in the earlier side, Irelia stands to lose out a little bit more in the lane compared to Timo. However, once it reaches level 6, Irelia just can't be dashing anywhere she wants. She could be dashing into a whole load of mushrooms.
But I would say
Oh, Easter eggs this time.
okay. I would say that overall Timo would have the advantage unless he gets ganked. Because he is able to blind and just using the poison, able to slowly chip Irelia down.
Oh, look at this. There's a standoff going off here. They know that what's happening. A Kaigo possibly could get caught out here. It looks like it is going to be a 4 or 5. Lil Boss will have to be flashed out of this. So the flash is going down there. Stanley takes a couple of hits from Aviator Irelia. And it really looks like a costume party. It looks like Halloween. Everybody's dressing up as different things out there. I like it. I like it a lot.
So we're going to see how let's focus a bit here, I suppose. Let's see how Stanley is going to beat Irelia at top. Let's just forget about everything else happening on the map. because that's
At the
not
bottom lane,
interesting.
there's trading going off there. And it is still a ward.
There's a jumping going right there. Here they go for the first
YY.
goal, but the exhaust goes down.
Nice
Much
job
damage
there.
right there. Being down over. Very well response. Quick timing right there by the supports. Here we see Snoy going to push the lane up and he'll go back already after that very quickly. Interesting.
I mean, what's interesting to note about this whole game is that as much as it started off pretty weird with them trading off each other, it has transitioned to a completely normal game. At the bottom lane is heavily being pushed in Taipei Assassin's favor simply because of the initial damage that they were able to input out. The glitter lens consistently being thrown out whenever they have the opportunity to land it on one or more targets, and that it's good. So all this extra harass and mistake is throwing out is gonna push Rabanga back, and when Rabanga has to go back to base since he doesn't have an innate sustain within him,
Yes, definitely.
DPY will be left open. Something could possibly go down there. A polymorph could
We
be
have to see.
devastating.
They don't really want to dive the
A
tower
cupcake.
so early without the help of without the help of the jungler, I believe, because they're both actually quite squishy overall. And see there, look
Takes
at those.
one turret hit. She is actually off guard a little bit right there, but they can't see what's happening. The cleaver does not connect. Nyx ABC is gonna escape. There's no problem there. He does pop his health pot just in case. Snoy retaliating to Stanley continuously. The blind does go off, but yet Snoy is continuing to harass Stanley. A little bit of minion damage there, but pretty much fine. Just a trade-off going back and forth. Now, if you look at top, could you do the swap of the champions?
Oh yes, sure.
We do see that in the top lane, Teemo versus Irelia.
And we see the team.
Teemo is gonna get first blooded.
Nope.
Yes, nice.
Oh.
My Teemo.
Is it nice he died? Nice
I know it's nice to die because I'm supporting Manila Eagles, but I feel so conflicted because I'm supposed to be Teemo. I don't know about this. I don't know.
You don't know how to feel right now. The lies.
I feel like
guiltness.
I feel like hiding. Like, can I turn invisible?
So here we see, wow, TP at the bottom. Is she going to try to dive right there? There goes the jump, and there goes the strike. Oh, here the flash goes down. BB most probably going to be able to catch up right there. Yes, just with the actual hit he got after flashing
That was
in.
the buster shot that actually caused the effect.
Yeah, but I know, but it was just enough damage because he flashed in to get the last hit. The buster shot just took him down after that.
That was actually very nice. Being done there.
Oh,
So
and here we see the little ball. I just think the bot lane very long right there, stealing EXP like a boss because his way was taken away. The
Yeah.
sad mommy just needs more EXP.
Sammy wanted friends.
And he does. For those
so-
of you who do not know, oh damn man, that's actually Timo and Tristana. Timo and Tristana are actually good friends in
Yeah.
the law. Yeah. Anyway, but not Amumu. Amumu is,
Amumu is nobody's friend.
well, not explicitly stated yet, I would have to say. So here we see Ministry actually going for a counter jungler right there because he knows that Amumu was at bot lane. So going to clear off the whole. I'm going to leave one. Yeah, going to leave one wolf right there. Mistake does spot it, I believe. And here we see Little Boss going in to smite his big wave. Big wave doesn't want to give it to Kaigu right there. And Kaigu went to take off the wave as Kenneth went back to the base. So
They didn't want to lose any sort of experience, any sort of additional goal. I mean, especially for Amumu, that's a jungler that. Well, if you keep stealing from him, he's going to be one sad mummy. Aside from his law, he's going to be just one sad player playing.
and this is one thing I forgot to mention, that this is also after the patching. So Tristana is one of those champions that got buff.
Yeah.
The Buster Shot is he matches his attack range right now. It makes
It
her
makes it
such
easier
a
to
better
land it,
champion.
yeah.
It's much easier to land it as well as get kills. I would say it's
called Buster
strong.
Shot? Isn't that her ulti?
Oh wow. Wait, yes. You're confusing me.
Yeah, I just thought about it right now.
Explosive shot.
Explosive
Buster
shot.
shot is ulti.
So, sorry for the miscommunication right there. So,
Hit me everywhere you go. And here we see Irelia being very aggressive, Snoy just being a boss right there. And here we see ABC gonna force a move back from Kaigo right there. Most probably gonna be able to land his star, but here he's gonna be able to fall back or trade hits right there. Not sure what's happening, but here ABC star, which Ignite does go down. His cooldowns are
One
just
more.
up. He
Oh.
does get the kill, but Ignite does picking him off.
the
as
trade-off.
Trade off right there. And Little Boss picking out his own blue as well.
There's somebody else to give it to.
There's somebody else to give it to actually.
But that was a very, very clutch ultimate. Just being able to stun her long enough to bring her down just before
Especially
bringing her.
killing her first before dying. Definitely another advantage right there as well. And here you see, look at that explosive shots. I never seen so many land successfully in such easy range in the older Tristana. I was like,
But now it's easier to land, so I mean that's why you're actually going for it, and I think that's really great. I mean, this is what I was talking about. Post 6 Teemo is irritating simply because you plant a mushroom, or in this case an Easter egg right in front of yourself, and whenever Irelia dives towards you, Irelia takes damage. But unless the minions take it first, and now this is exactly what's happening. Oh wow, are they go again?
and Stanley using a blind right there, almost being get the kill if he just had one more
You know
tower
what?
right there.
I have decided I'm going to be happy for Manila Eagles. It doesn't matter about Teemo, it doesn't matter what hat I'm wearing, simply because he's not using the classic skin.
It's the classic skin. It's not your head, right?
Yeah, he's not using the normal adventuring hat, so yeah, I'm quite fine with that.
Yeah, so here we see that Stanley's the one being pressured right there using Teemo right here, but well, he always makes a comeback into the game even though he's being pressured at the early stages, so we're just going to see how well
It's going to take some time for him to start accumulating all those additional Easter eggs around the top lane, so that I realize it's punished whenever she tries to walk into a brush or walk into somewhere where she doesn't normally walk to. So,
And I would say that this is a new lineup that it fits with Tristana and Lulu right there. You know, right now with the shielding on Tristana and Tristana having the extra attack range, it's been so easy to land explosive shots right now. It's just slowly poking and chipping down opponents.
the opponents, it's working actually pretty well for them. So it looks like this could be the next combination of ADs and supports that we are highly favored out there. So
Definitely.
I mean, just look at the amount of pokes that they're able to do. At the same time, Tristana is one of the very easy champions to actually clear out waves. They don't have wards, so wards is like severely lacking in this game, though, which is pretty
They haven't
interesting.
really went back that much to buy that many wards, but here
That's
he
coming
is.
with the
He
Oracle,
just
though.
finished what was it theirs actually?
It was the Malay Eagles ward.
Oh,
They
but,
don't have life access.
they somehow
Oh,
knew.
Mundo,
we see
Mumu,
Mundo.
they see each other.
And here the toss, the fight. Yes, take off that
Oh,
Mundo.
bye MLE.
Yes, he just loses the Oracle right there, being caught off by the sad Bami, and now the madman is a sad man.
That's a sad man. Oh, TPA Stanley goes down once again.
Oh wow,
Woo!
there it goes.
Snoy, best top laner in the world.
Wow, what a comment to make. And here we see they're actually trying to die, but nope, they're off to move back right there instantly. And here we see
They just realized that they can't actually land the kill, especially with Valkyrie being used. As much as Tristana can jump in, so can Rocket jump, so can cocky Valkyrie away from things now. This will actually help the bottom tower to be pushed a little bit more, but they don't want to physically push it themselves. They want to just let the minions chip away at it, so they can always return to the
here
lane.
we see a gank onto mid might be happening
Oh,
right here.
Diana.
Diana gets hooked right there. Here the
Oh.
jump in right there instantly by BB right there, and Kaigo is going to dodge
Nice.
it. But
Very
here we see
nice.
Mundo, the sad man coming back for his revenge, throwing the blades and cleavers onto the sad Bami, but it's not going to be enough. And here they've been forced to fall back, definitely. And here we see Stanley once again happily hopping back into the lane. It doesn't matter what you do to me, I will win this in the end.
Oh, Tristana now forced the Rocket jump away as well. So Iria basically is, I would say, pretty far ahead. She's 3-0. She has 91 CS compared to a 58 CS. Wow, that's quite a bit.
I would say it's fine. The bottom lane is carrying their pack up quite well. I would
Yeah,
say.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's working for them on the Taipei Assassin's hand, where it is the bottom lane that is going in their favor. So 1-1 on their favor. Now, if you look at the mid lanes, which is Diana versus Cannon, we see a Revolver on one side, and the other side we just see Magic Pen Boots, a Ruby Crystal, and Amplifying Tome Wards, and
But like,
Oh.
look at Amumu. Amumu's items are more interesting, I would have to say. He went for heart of gold
Mobility.
first, and the boots of mobility straight
they
after.
just want to make ganks happen. Oh, look at that
the
once
jumps.
again. Whenever Tristana jumps in, Valkyrie immediately
A look
comes
at the
out.
trade of damage right there, totally in the favor of TPA.
It's
In the
simply
bottom
because Lulu is a range and she can throw glitter lens and can hit two of them. What is needed for Lulu is physical range, and he only can basically use his ice bomb, and that's about it. And this is what I was talking about. Irelia, oh my, being dished out damage every time she tries to dive onto Timo simply because it's
And something to realize is that Amumu has never went to top so far. At least
No,
once, just
he
one
doesn't
time
care.
on stage. But he doesn't care about the Timo, the quantum tail Timo. It doesn't really matter at all, I suppose. So yeah, this is gonna be.
I mean, it's very
Interesting.
interesting that you see that the top is actually losing over it, so I don't know. It's going to be pretty interesting. Someone on YouTube said
How would
sometimes...
you choose Rumble?
Yeah, why would you choose Timo
Oh,
over
Timo over
Rumble?
Rumble. Yeah.
Because Timo's cute!
Yes, and Timo is a strong champion.
Oh, wow, next ABC. I mean, if Diana's continuing to do this and harassing out Cannon, it's going to go into her favor, I would say. Middle, there's a party going on there. Everybody's invited to this Halloween party. They are pushing it. Bottom turret is gone already, so it looks like they're looking to pressure mid.
And they want to go for the dragon after that, I believe. But
Yeah,
shit,
the ping is actually going down already, but on the same side, Malay Eagles is responding. They know what's happening there. More ward turns and ward ties are being used.
overall in this map. And here we do see that Amawi is going to take this
Oh.
dragon uncontested,
Yeah,
contested.
they can't do anything. They can't make anything happen simply because it is 5 on possibly 4 at maximum because Timo is way up on top and there's no teleport on the other side. So,
But here we see Little Boss just waiting for a chance to dive in.
this is Timo's chance. Timo's chance to push and to catch up in farm. It's only about 20 difference, so I don't know. This is going to be pretty interesting. The
He
what
hasn't
now?
planted any mushrooms as well. More than any. In fact, he knows the timing. He's going to move back, put the mushroom,
Oh,
but
what?
Aurelia is going to jump in. Nope.
Walk perfectly around it. Oh no, but
Nope, never mind.
it does explode still. So
And there goes one normal hit. Ha! My mushrooms hurt, right?
yeah, eggs, yeah, eggs.
Yes, the eggs, the Easter eggs, the hopping bunny. Wow, so impossible.
Oh, nice, placing the wall right there so that they can see what's happening. I think Stanley's taking it a little bit more seriously right now. I don't know, maybe they're just like overly excited about
You need orders.
so it should be pretty.
Here we see Little Boss. Now Stanley's going to try to...
Cannon is going up on top as well, so it looks like it's going to be a gang now. They do see a Mumu there, so Aurelia should back off. The speed up does come off from Aurelia, so she's not going to life steal back a little bit. Oh, the ultimate does go down. Aurelia will... Oh,
It's going to go down and Little Boss will be safe
yeah,
right there.
there was only
And it
one
was
additional
a
hit.
shut down. Shut down. In the favor of Timo. 1 kill.
In the
Over
favor.
3. Timo wins, definitely. I'll have to say.
His cube will give him the other two.
Yep.
I mean, so that worked in their favor. Now in the bottom lane, we do see that.
Oh, wow, they're going to chase on to Timo. Actually, we see Kaigo trying to get a kill on the Stanley just now, but Stanley just jukes away the crystal strike. One more time, as I hear the slow going down, and here we see
Oh,
wow,
nice!
Kaigo jumping on to
Very,
Little Boss right there, seeing
Very
that he was there.
nice.
It's badly played by TPA right there. Little Boss didn't think that he was in range, but we saw Kaigo just dashed in like a boss. And EBC gonna chase up with his abilities, run into the Mundo. But here it's gonna be a 2v1. They should be able to fight and kill the Mundo. Yes. But here we see it's gonna be a trade of kills right there. Next ABC won't be able to take down, but it's gonna be a double or 2 kill for 1 right there.
It worked in the favor of Manila Eagles. 2 for 1, like sure, why not? I mean, Mundo did go relatively low on that, but he did get the assist from things, and in fact, he got 1 kill as well. So, I mean, that's definitely working out. Rescuer's bow being bought out by Aurelia, so all the additional attacks being bought. Timo with only a phage. It looks like he's not going to go AP whatsoever.
He has a Berserker Grease and he has a Phage, and that's all he needs.
I have no idea what's his weapon on this time. Since it was his Easter egg, his Easter suit.
It's just he freaking chocolate.
Yeah, it's still a fruit.
And so here we see Lulu and maybe I'm missing actually staying in the mid lane right there.
I think they don't just want to push bottom, so they just want to like get to the mid. And
Somehow no Aurelia is in that push. And here we see at the last a bit the timing
the
was
last second.
was the last second right there.
The very last second. This is what we had talked about earlier before that. On the very last second, just before you teleport, no matter unless you're dealt with hard CC, unless you get a stun,
Knockout,
stun or knockout, hard CC.
silence.
Well,
Is it
just
silence?
no silence is fine.
Okay.
You will still teleport back immaterial of damage like what we just saw here. So I mean that's a prime example of how it can work, but it needs to be like the very last stick of things.
Very last.
Very last. Look at that. I really are happily farming away with Timo there. The CS difference actually is gaining along the way. Oh, look at that. Moving forth, trying to damage next ABC a little bit more. Lil Balls is waiting at the same time. Mundo is coming from the side, so everybody is coming to the party once again in mid. It is, I would say, the Halloween costume party. And just like any party, there must be a winner. We shall see who's... What do you think is the favorite costumes out of the 10 that's here? All of the favorite skins. That's
Window goes where he pleases, but it's gonna definitely be Cottontail Timo in terms of cuteness, I suppose. But in terms of coolness, I think it will be Arctic Cannon.
Maybe Arctic Cannon? I think it's Aviator Aurelia. I think she just generally looks cool. As bad things.
That's why you have bad taste.
Apparently so.
But I'm just joking. I mean, Aurelia looks nice, but in comparison to Frostblade Aurelia,
I don't know, like I guess I played like a lot of Malphite with the ice thing there. So whenever I see an ice skin, I'm like,
too much ice.
yeah, I'm like quite okay with it, like whatever. It's not really a worry there. So yeah.
So let's see how well TPA right now, even though they're losing in overall kills and they lost the first dragon, but their score in terms of overall goal is still ahead by 700. But is this going to be a very long game once again where MLE somehow come out in the ahead?
Somehow in the end. I mean, the only reason why they are ahead was simply because of the CS difference between Tristana and Corki. That's 40 over there. Even on top, it's only about 20 difference. So, and even in mid, it is just about 30 difference. So it's not all that much difference there. But Tristana, all that extra gold on Tristana is helping her out.
Yeah, but we do see Amumu actually getting 3 GP10s.
Yeah, which is a bit random.
Here you see
Oh, once again,
blind, the slow, and the pokes right there. Blocking the phage, Timo has nothing to fear. He's like, yes, chase
I'll
me.
keep hitting you. But even in that exchange, oh my god, we do see Mistake and Rabanga right there.
The hook is going to come out. Oh,
Nope.
they planted the ward and they do see it right there and they force it back right there. And there goes the slow Ligita lens right there. Everyone is just moving out from the area right now.
They don't want anything too severe to happen. It's quite interesting. Cannon and Diana is pretty much at a standstill right here. They're not making waves and bounds with whatever they have to do.
Wow, I really missing the stun right there. Actually aiming onto a minion right there, gonna get poked down by Stanley
look
quite
at
a bit more right there.
Stanley.
Yeah, Stanley
Dealing
right
a lot
now
of damage.
feeling very, very confident as the Timo. Just poking away, no problems at all.
And are really happily farming up the additional CS that she needs.
But if she moves back, she will lose this turret, I believe.
Yeah, she would lose his turret simply because Timo can push it down. His attack speed is pretty high. His triple Dorans will give him all the additional attack damage that he needs. But TPA Assassins is responding straight away now with a possible Dragon. Diana is on top. Mundo is dealing with it mid. And Amumu and Lulu is basically there with Tristana. So this looks like it's going to go for them uncontested. So it is in fact going to go to the favor now of TPA Assassins with 27,000.
So yeah, so today's I would say sorry to cut you, but today's objective for TPA is not 25 minutes, but it's an all Yoda, and all Yodas will win. They will prevail over every single.
It's more like slow and steady wins the race.
They win the race.
You can go and be aggressive. I'll just take small little things. Oh, but look, Stanley goes down once again.
And Diana doing a good job. She's using Chris's track to jump onto the minion, and then after jumping onto Stanley instantly after that, following up very well.
With the pool as well, I think we have seen a lot of that happen, and I think those are really good combinations. Now we do see Amumu going there with Tristana. Oh my.
And there goes the
Starting with
pre-kill
the
right there. And here you will see the tower being taken right there. No one would expect Amumu and Tristana to move to top, I would say, and they did make a good decision right there.
And it's going on top as well. This could possibly work for Malay Eagles if they do take the mid turret, but they are not going to go for it though.
They're actually pinging to fall back, or I saw them ping the second turret. They're actually going to continue push on. We see Cannon and never mind.
It looks like they will be going to the blue area, but it looks like they will be pushing. Will this be a base race?
It won't be a base race, but they know they can't reach the middle in time, and bottom will be a better turret to take, and they definitely have the power to do it with Tristana and Cannon. But they're going to fall back.
Now, what will happen? Will they actually meet up with each other though? That would be pretty interesting. It looks like they will not be. Stanley's keeping them a little bit at bay at mid. And in fact, it looks like they will be all teleporting away and nothing much will actually be happening. Wards are getting de-watered along the way. Wardkais and Wattons are all disappearing, so...
Getting killed and destroyed.
Yeah.
Once
all
exorcise the Watton.
The Wattons. Exorcise them out and deforest all the Wardkais.
And here we see, actually, we are going to move for IE, actually. And we don't see around here the green aura just now here at the elixir of...
And people just said, is it just me or does Ted's look like Skara? And it's like, yeah, quite a few people mentioned that Ted's look like an Asian Skara.
It's okay, somehow... I had a remark a long time ago by Sadis, I think. Was it Sadis or Djibouti? They say I look like Asian Skara. I mean, Skara is Asian, but he's a North American.
You're the Southeast Asian Skara.
Like more like a Southeast Asian version of Skara right there. Yeah, so I should, if Dignita Skara is sick, I can find me, I can replace him.
Oh no, you know what you should do? You should go get a picture with him and put it as your profile picture. Like, we should make that happen. We should go make that happen on Reddit. Oh, I like how Koki just moved right past
And here we see the bandage does happen, the ultimate, so come on, no! But Koki does use his flash.
Valkyrie.
Away.
Nice.
Yes.
Very good job. In fact, a lot of spells were actually used to actually try to close in on him. Not summoner spells, but the skills. Yeah.
So it was a good trade, I would say, for them, even though they don't get the kill, because with that flash now, it's going to stop Koki from running away. And while we do see just taking the thick of time beating each other, about Misery is going to die from this. Here he pops his splash, and here the flash goes, and there goes the ulti right there, shot, following up so fast, easily right there, just taking him down, using the ignite just to make sure everything happens, as well as the explosive shot.
I mean, the explosive shot, keeping his health low, as well as his regeneration was not at 100%. It was at 50%. So that actually went really well in favor of.
Yes, I have to say for
Oh, once again, oh, but he's still getting caught just at the very tip. Will BB actually go down? Oh, so low. Yes, he does go down to Corky. Very good job there. So it in fact is a 1-for-1 trade.
don't know his ultimate right there.
Yes,
I think yeah, that's
his
what
ultimate onto Tristana, and Tristana still went down. So there was huge amounts of damage being dealt out. I will not say tons of damage because I don't feel like cosplaying as Freak today.
Freak.
Oh,
You see, Snoy gonna charge in to take
wow,
out
the
boss right
flash kill. Snoy being super aggressive and making huge plays for Manila Eagles. I mean, we did see this within the first game as well. He was making some pretty impressive plays, but nothing as impressive as this. I mean, he got quite a lead from Stanley on top, and now he's basically starting to roam out there, which is great. He does have Sheen, Wit's End is already there, so looks like Trinity Force will be coming up relatively soon. Timo, on the other hand, was an alert.
Yeah, basically, well, the goal difference is usually not that much. It's just
500
right there. It just comes from the additional kills, I would have to say.
Oh, nice flash away from things, just making sure that he does not get stunned, and because Tristana was already there. So Irene looks like Irene's gonna walk around Dinos and not to walk in the bush simply because there are
Mushrooms.
and Easter eggs and all the goodies out there.
There goes one mushroom right there.
Oh,
Slow goes down.
getting
BB is gonna
stunned.
charge it, and that's what
No
makes Tristana
flash!
level 15 Tristana with the attack range of almost 700 right there. It's just gonna be a force to deal with right there. Nothing much you can do.
Down.
Nope, he does not go down. But they're gonna
ABC taking turret hits.
Wow, they're just taking turrets. All the Yodas taking a few turret hits right there, saying
In
like,
fact, now 5 of them right in the mid. They could make something.
look at all the cute people gathered there. It's a party right there.
It's a party of cuteness. But no, it looks like Snoy will be charging into things, possibly going to make something happen. But Buster Shot does come up, preventing any sort of advance coming up. Stanley on Timo is still being aggressive now.
Wow, tries to steal a rave right there.
The Wraith was important. Must kill the Wraith.
Yes, it's a 5-goal right there. 5-goal difference.
But we do see, like what I mentioned, as the game goes by, we are seeing more and more Easter eggs being planted up by Timo. And it's providing vision, it's providing zones of negativity so they know what's happening at certain areas. So that is going in their favor, which I quite like.
And that makes Stanley a very strong player. That even though he loses the top lane, you can see that he just focusing constantly is able to continue to farm up and know what he's doing overall. And he just even though he's like so far away.
It's a gank on the top lane now.
Nope.
It sure looks like a party. Everybody was moving in that direction.
Yeah, they were just making sure that no one charges in like a boss. I would have to say.
Yeah, we did see that Valkyrie was used as well for Koki. Just go up to the high ground so they can teleport back.
And here we're going to see Tristana move into the dragon once. We're going to be 1-on-1 on the dragon, I believe.
I do believe she can definitely do
Yeah,
it.
she
Yeah,
can
she has
definitely
Infinity Edge, she does have Phantom Dancer.
So is they going to move to clear the bottom wave first because it's a bit unsafe? They're not sure whether there's a ward being planted because this area has been dewatered. Yeah, dewatered, so going to be... Well, you say dewatered, man.
All the English pronunciation all gone.
Yeah, here you see, yes, Cannon going to charge right
Oh,
in.
Kaigu!
Think him right there. There goes the cup.
Cupcake.
There goes the ultimate from Amumu. To get the ultimate of Cannon is going to be so hard for the deal. This is the ultimate for Lulu right there. All the AoE is being thrown out. Here BB coming
DYY
from
joining the party
Gonna
late.
kill Snoy very easy right there. And here moving into Misery right there. And with the red buff poking, there's nothing. Can't seem to move away together with the Frozen Mallet. And the Frozen Mallet showing why it's such a strong item onto Tivo. Just showing there's
Sana
nowhere to
jumping
go.
to the front, possibly trying to make something happen. That actually did not go well for Manila Eagles for one of two reasons. The first one was the fact that VYY was not there, and the second thing of that Diana was just out of position. Team Yodel is!
Oh, see, Yoda's are strong. And they're going to move on to Baron right now. And not to mention, there's actually a lack of overall crowd control in terms of MLE's lineup.
Oh, look at the Yodel, the small little people fighting against the big Baron.
The big worm. It's a cute mix of cuteness. I would say the Garena is actually quite cute because of its color. I would have to say. You know, there's even the Baron sock and stuff. You know, Sinica saw show it during Summer Showcase right there. There goes the free Baron.
But that doesn't mean that even if they're cute, it doesn't mean that they're weak in any sort of capacity. we are seeing really strong plays coming out here. So, I mean, it's really interesting to see that as much as TPA Assassins were kind of playing around with things in the beginning, weren't being as serious as they usually are. They still are making huge plays now.
And actually, I would say they're trolling or anything.
No, they're not. They're not
Picking-
trolling.
Actually, picking quite good champions, and the bans that they picked out in the early stage is helping them out. Because overall, in terms of crowd control against Irelia, they have two things they can counter. They have three things actually they can counter Irelia if she does dash in. They had the buster shot, they had the blind from Timo, and a knockout from Lulu, which is enough to take down Irelia.
Yeah, enough to disrupt her away from things.
But everyone else, there's Amumu out and the cannon out, and what are you gonna do? And overall,
Can't do anything.
yeah, you can't do that much. In the team fight, you know, if it just happens like that, Kaigu, if he's able to assassinate someone, then
Then it's something out there. Yeah.
yeah, but right now, we just saw he was caught off. He couldn't charge him for the kill, and instead got taken down
I mean,
instantly.
he did play some pretty interesting plays out there, and when it comes down to many things, now he just got caught out, and that's what is helping Taipei Assassins now take the lead of things.
Yeah.
They are, even though 3 kills
would
ahead,
say that
they're
helped-
almost 10,000 ahead. They're 8,000 ahead, in fact.
Yeah, I would say that helped TPA get back into the lead because overall, the whole game, TPA was still in the lead overall in the goal.
Yep.
Yeah, just that in terms of kills, it was not on
It was
par.
not in their favor.
Not in their favor. Right now,
Oh.
this has been changed from
Oh,
there.
about this whole engagement, ABC could get caught out here. VYY will burst him down, and yep, VYY does manage to take him down now. Will they try to make something happen now for the fact that their A carry is not there? They don't
But
actually.
they see Timo. Timo is going to beat everyone right there. with
Timo, the global taunt.
Yes, and he does has a Madrid Blood Razor already up.
That's
Going to do
sick.
so much damage onto Mundo as well as not so much to Irelia. Irelia does have
Irelia.
yeah, but more to Nunu as well.
Once again, Kaigo possibly going to get
Look
caught
at Stanley
out.
charging in right there. Not
Oh!
and here we
What
see the
happened?
ultimate there from and the cup kick turning Irelia right there, and we see Stanley BBS pushing out away. Now the exhaust goes down onto Koki and kicking the kill onto Koki. Is a trade right there of the AD carries. But here we see all the Yoda
Not
Stevo
good.
just slowly chasing everyone. When the flash goes up for the little balls, the bang goes out. Venga is going to flash over the wall. But Tivo is
Timo
most
with
probably
the
going to be
triple
able
kill.
to catch up. And here we see the the flash right there, and ace from Mystic.
Second ace for the side of Team Yordle. It's cute. You can't help but not support them. I know I'm supporting Manila Eagles overall, but it's a cute team. I mean, why not?
Decided, you know, you're going to support MLE.
I was gonna support Irelia, not Timo.
Okay, fine. So we do see here right now, Timo moving to clear up the top while Little Boss and Mistake moves down to mid lane to break down the tower right there. And here we see bottom lane pushing as well. It's going to be a 3-lane push actually overall, and we're going to wait for Baby to respawn, and they have enough time to actually do whatever they want, right?
To be honest, Manila Eagles is not out of this. One ace for Manila Eagles side can easily catch them up.
I mean that is what happens when it comes to the end game. But in terms overall, if they're unable to catch like one member again,
Yeah.
it's going to be very hard.
It is very hard.
If that fight Cannon's ulti was there, I believe no one would have died actually. Almost. Yeah, so that's why it's
It's going to be difficult. It's
difficult,
because the
definitely
Taipei Assassins knows that they need to be as a team to make the whole combination work. And if they are going to go off by their own one by one, it's not going to work for them at all. So we're going to see whether Manila Eagles can actually make something happen and catch someone off one by one. Now, just to have a quick look at the itemization, Mundo with the Spirit Visage is going to assist him out a little bit
I think
there.
I actually DC'd right there again. Because my screen is not moving. And here we actually see
something.
Mistake being caught and okay, it's actually moved back fine. I'm reconnected maybe. Here we see
Go to the live.
no, I'm really at the line.
And TPA next ABC actually starts his ulti out of range, but VYY is going to go very, very low in terms of things. Haiku does go down, Snoy does go down,
The
Rebecca
sudden
goes
lag
down.
comes out to all the kills.
Oh, ABC does go down.
This might be the
Just
end
fine.
game, but you know, I believe this is going to be the end game, but so let's rewind it
Yep,
back.
fine,
Let's hope,
go.
it's fine. And we move back to a few minutes.
Yep.
This is after the ace. It's a bit too far. Right here.
Yep.
Yeah, somewhere here. Okay, yeah, this is where it froze just now after that. So we will see here the Yodas were deciding to teleport back. I believe they will go back to buy some items first, maybe?
No, in fact, it's going to come within the next 20 seconds or so.
Only Mumu goes back, only the little boss goes back. Here we see Mystic is the one who's going to charge in to get caught right there. I apologize for the sudden freeze, not sure what happened with the
Speed
connection.
up the thing instead of on ×1, let's do it ×2.
Oh, it's okay, let's just see, the fight has already started.
And Mistake here,
The ultimate,
survive.
behind there, Misery was caught by BB as well as Stanley
And
being
then the stun onto Cannon, preventing him away, which was great. But he does flash in, and VYY almost goes down. Manages to get away. Rabanga is already so low. Kaigu goes down. Snoy goes down after that, and VYY is left all the way
and
there.
the OP mushroom taking down Nunu. It doesn't touch Nunu. Nunu dies. lightning. Actually, I didn't see how that happened.
Yep.
Was it a WW?
I'm not sure about that. So yeah, let's just times 2. SAJ just only want to take turrets now.
Okay, they actually did not finish off the game. They managed to take down the turrets for both sides.
They take the turret, then they move down after the inhibitor, and this is when they start to do some pretty interesting. So nope.
Going back,
Times
here
one.
we see they're going to take down the second inhibitor at the bot lane right there, because 2 of them were down, Cannon as well as Mystic, so they're going to play a bit more safe, not going to be too aggressive, take every advantage. I would have to say, and here we see Misery and Rebenga going to try to stop them from running soon. I believe here we see Misery getting poked right there, taking a lot of damage.
A little bit of damage, I wouldn't say that much damage. Now we do see China missing a Crescent Strike, but going across, Zonya goes off. VYY is still trying to deal damage from the top area. We do see that Mumu Ang, now look at how fast everybody's melting, forced to get away. VYY Valkyrie's away, and Snoy goes down. No, not
that ultimate right there by Lulu.
Kaigu goes
oh,
down
the
as
jump right there, the jumping Tristana, going to jump one more time. I believe, yes, chasing after Koki. Most probably, just a bit more. If she landed a bit further,
And
be able
looks
to
like they're
catch
going to
up.
start their work on the minions before moving on to the turret.
Definitely, wow.
So it looks like this is what's going to happen. It's not going to go in any sort of favor to Manila Eagles. It is 15-27 right now. TPA has the huge commanding lead. They're just waiting for their minions to come in so they can make something happen. Their minions are at mid. Missing the bandage there. But
Should
at this point in time, it doesn't really matter. They don't need to catch. They just need to buy enough time so that they can actually destroy the turrets. And in fact, one turret is going to go down very, very shortly. In fact, one goes down, and the second one is going to go down right now while they're trying to make something happen. But Stanley just trying to be there. Stanley does go down. VYY, look at Tristana, look at the amount of damage. Will Koki survive?
Yes, he does survive.
He does survive.
He doesn't. ABC actually is able to land a shuriken, I believe.
And that is it. That is GG.
That is GG right there.
Well played, TPA Assassins. I mean, we definitely saw that Manila Eagles gave a huge try on things, and they wanted to see what could happen. I mean, I do believe that they had the advantage. They just could not capitalize on it.
I mean,
especially on top lane, Irelia took a lot of time on top.
not really. I mean, I think they didn't want to push too fast onto top because they wanted to shut down Stanley.
Yeah, I mean, but 3 kills in a row, I mean, they should have made something happen, in my opinion, but...
I mean, okay, let's put it this way. If you are at the top lane, let's say dying is best if you don't die, of course. But if you do die, but overall your CS is as long as it's not more than 30 or like 50%, you're still fine at the top lane, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because as the game progresses, you'll be able to catch up. Because you won't shut down entirely, you'll still be able to get some basic items that will help you in your team fights. And you could see that it did play out that way.
I mean, it definitely played out that way. I would have thought that Irelia should have gone and assisted mid more because it was more in a stalemate sort of thing.
Yeah,
Irelia going out to maybe, as long as she disappears from lane, can start playing more defensively because...
it's actually quite hard because it's mind games because you saw Amumu, right? He was at the bottom lane and mid lane. He was just in
between the area, yep.
The time, so they had to be more wary. And so for Irelia to just jump and move away to go away, and with Timo's mushrooms, he'll be able to see it. He will just capitalize it and just push.
Yeah, that I agree.
Yeah, and Timo base attack speed is actually quite fast, so it's like for him it's an easy job. And for him to run away, it's also another easy job.
Well, to cut things short, Yodels for the win. Yodels, in fact, won it all, and TPA Assassins showing their dominance. They may be the world's best team, but they can also be the world's cutest team.
World cutest team. So here we do look into the scoreboard right now. You can see the major difference right there because Lulu as a support has 9.6k and beats out two members right there of MLE.
So there's a lot of extra.
Almost beating out the support. I mean, sorry, the AP mid as well. I mean, Dyna did a very good job against. I would say that Dyna was played well, but Cannon was played better.
I simply...
No, because in terms of...
It was the stalemate situation.
It was a stalemate situation, but overall, if you think of Assassin against a Cannon, and especially pre-6, or even at 6, Dyna should have a higher burst, because you can, if you dodge Cannon's skill shot very well in the early stages, you're able to do it, and also time his attacks.
Yeah, but he also did get the Negatron's cloak very, very early on.
Yeah, of course. Revolver, yeah, so. That was after Revolver. But the time we did see that Kaigu was having the Sorcerer's Boots, and he did do a lot of damage. But it wasn't enough. Yeah, it was just trading at the tower, and then we saw. And next ABC was very calm that he trapped him at the tower, and you saw that when Dyna charged him for the kill, He timed it so well that his ulti was able to stun him. His cooldowns will be up and ready. He landed the kill first before Diana killed him. Yeah.
Okay, so basically that was the end of the second game, and for those of you who are asking, is this a best of 1 or best of 3? This is a best of 1. This is just the weekly matches that we have within GPL, and when it reaches the end of things, which is on week 20, this is currently week 18, so there's 2 more weeks left to go until the very end. Then it'll be the best of 3 and the best of 5 for the Grand Champion winners.
This is just the 18th week, and this coming Friday to Sunday will be the 19th week.
Yep.
Yes. And so let's move on quite a bit. I'm being too draggy. I'm being chased off, actually.
So yeah,
so
we
much.
actually have one last announcement for you guys.
I wouldn't say it's an announcement. Come on, it's a prize.
We are announcing a new prize. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that anyway.
So let us just show the layover. And yes, it is not 300 GS.
Yes.
For those of you who wondering what GS is, it's Garena shells. For those of you from international side, you'll just have RP straight, which is riot points. But for us here, it's known as GS. But this time it will not be GS. In fact, we will be giving away a Razer Electra headset. So which is good. I mean, I would say that's better than 300 RP given that. So the winner will actually be announced. I'm not sure when. Tomorrow, day after, somewhere of that sort.
Yeah,
I would say before Friday.
I would say maybe in the weekend, or they could just. I would say it's fine to actually just drag it to next Monday because we're not confirmed yet. Because
Because
this
it's a slight schedule change.
slight
It's a little bit
schedule change.
different. And the prizes will be obviously we contact you. However, this contest is only open to summoners in Singapore and the Malaysia server due to logistical issues, of course.
definitely.
Get to the moon and back. But the question is really simple. All you need to do is go onto our Facebook page. The question will be posted there after this match. Answer it and you stand a chance. It's easy as that. The question is,
which Ward skin right now is your favorite?
so
We
there
saw-
are 5 Watt skins currently available. There's one, a jack-o'-lantern with a bat sort of body. There's one which is a spider on a statue.
Elise Ward, the Ellie Ward, Ellie Ward.
Ellie Ward. What's the other one?
The other one would be, I would say it's
It's
the
a bat.
turret
It's
or the
a bat.
minion or Galio maybe, you know. It's actually a cloak and a bat form, but more
Okay, so it's a gargoyle.
I would say
Okay.
gargoyle,
And
yeah.
then we have the 2 words that we saw today, which is the ghost in white sheet, which we are
which is
calling
the-
it Ward-turn, which is a ward nocturne. And the other one, which was the tree, somewhat like Twisted Tree Line and the Maokai, we were calling it Ward-kai for a Ward Maokai. So it's very simple. Once again, the question is, which Ward skin is your favorite? So let us know which is your favorite, and you can stand a chance to win a Razer Electra headset. And that's about it. So yeah, let us know what you think of our cosplay, and for those of y'all who do not know, there's actually a video of me in sauna.
Okay, ignore that. Wait, first, that's not important. So let's go on to this coming Friday's matches to
Yep,
Sunday.
let's
Can
go.
get a schedule up just to give a quick announcement for you the guys, don't forget about it. So on November 2nd, which is this Friday, the game will be Singapore Sentinels against Saigon Jokers, and second game will be Taipei Assassins against the Kuala Lumpur Hunters.
And on Saturday, we have the Manila Eagles playing the Bangkok Titans, and the Kuala Lumpur Hunters playing the Bangkok Titans on the second day of the match. And on Sunday, we have the Manila Eagles versus the Singapore Sentinels, and Taipei Assassins versus the Saigon Jokers. And that is for week 19. So we're drawing very, very close to the end, and we're pretty excited. So yeah.
Yes. So definitely so far this GPL trip for me has been so fun, so exciting. So many things to see, so many things to learn as I cast all these games. So I hope you guys enjoyed our casting tonight, as well as you enjoyed the games being played today. And I see that he, as usual, is being very, very distracted.
Me? No. I know you like your experience. Yeah, I can hear you, Andrew. I can multitask. But yeah, no, there's somebody asking why don't we give out other codes, but the codes change as the time goes around. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching.
Definitely. So we'll see you guys next time. I'm Terry
See you
Tibers.
Friday. We'll see you on Friday. And this is Sudo, aka Timo.
Are you sure you're going to disappear right now? In 2 seconds.
And I'll disappear and the screen will go black. Bye guys.